Yo, how's it going? I'm fucking tired as how it's going over here. It's fucking 5 a.m. It's so weird to be streaming at this time, I swear to God. It's so weird. I like woke up and I was like, damn, I gotta stream in like 30 minutes. Oh man. How you guys doing though? Other than tired. Actually, some of you guys are probably in EU, so you're probably not even, it was like 2 p.m. for you guys or something. Good lord, it's early. I gotta keep it down too. I live in an apartment complex, so I can't be screaming until 6 when they show Silent Hill F, what we're all here for. 8:35, that's not even bad. It's early, but it's not super early. Bing chillin', yo, what up, what up? Amelia, what up? Brandon, what up? Oh man, I'm tired. Not gonna lie, boys. I thought I was gonna be fine, and then I woke up and I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna be fine at all. Let's see. What's the laziest way I could tweet this out? Or just retweet my last tweet, I guess. Live now with Konami. Press start. Are we getting Metal Gear Online? Eyes emoji. Links in original tweet. All right. Tweet is out before I forget. Boom. Good to go there. We're live on Twitch. Good to go there. All right. Looks like we're good. Let me close this now. 2:35 p.m. See? It's like middle of the day for you. What up, John? How you doing? Do I think they're going to announce Volume 2? Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up. I'm using my hopium on MGO. That's where all my focus is going. But shit, if we get Volume 2 with MGS4, best day ever. Easily. I hope so. I hope we get that. Like if we don't get MGO or they don't show it at length, hopefully they supplement today with, yeah, Volume 2's coming, I don't know, soon. We're working on it, and MGS4 is going to be it. That would be crazy, honestly. That would be almost as big as an MGO announcement. Probably bigger for some people, actually. MGO Andy, what up? How long till it goes live? Less than 30 minutes now. So like 23 minutes or so. I'm just taking care of this stuff behind the scenes here. All right. I can change the scene now. Let's turn down the music. Boom. Turn on my desktop audio. We'll go to just chatting. My bad if I look really tired. It's because I am tired. So it's 5:30 a.m. for me right now. But we're here. We're ready. We're live. Let me catch up with chat a little bit. Still crazy to think about when it comes to time difference. Been up since 5 my time. Yeah, now it's 5 my time. It's very crazy to think about time zones. Yo, MBJ, how you doing? Hispanic guy, what up, what up? MGS4, yep. Pray for MGS4, pray for MGO. That's what I'm here for, is MGO, obviously. Yeah, I mean, I take MGS4 as well. Are you kidding me? I have the luxury of being able to play it on PC whenever I want with like minimal issue. Let's throw on some music actually too while we wait. I made a little MGO playlist. Check here. But like I was saying, I have the luxury of being able to play MGS4 whenever I want, really, because I still have my PS3. And it seems to run pretty well for me on PC as well. I know that's not the case for a lot of people. So obviously, if we get an MGS4 announcement or a Master Collection Volume 2 announcement, that would be fire. Plus, I'd love to get the Platinum again and stuff. You guys know how I love getting the Metal Gear Platinums. Yeah, just an announcement, right? What up, Eskman? How you doing? They're announcing a Rykov spin-off game. Fortnite skin announcement. Oh my god, I wouldn't put it past them, Brandon, to be honest with you. Like, you meme, but that's 100% a Konami-ass move. Like, we have a third announcement. It's Fortnite skins. Solidus is finally here. Solidus has joined the battle. I mean, that would be fire, don't get me wrong, but not compared to MGS4 coming out. Today is MGS4's birthday, so Volume 2 needs to happen. Yeah, right? It's the anniversary for a lot of things. MGS4's release globally. And it's also the same day that MGO2 was taken offline. I think for North America and Europe. I think Correct me if I'm wrong, those of you guys who know, but I think MGO2 in Japan went down earlier because of, you remember they were having those, I think it was an earthquake that took down the power in a lot of the country way back in 2012. So I think when that happened, they just decided to keep MGO down for the Japanese region, and then it closed shortly after that for us in the Americas and Europe, I believe. I might be remembering wrong, but something like that. 1:38 p.m. in the UK. Oh man, you guys got it good. You guys got this event at like the perfect time. It's like midday. Yo, Mike's, how you doing? Yeah, but Hispanic guy, you're right. If it's gonna happen today, would be perfect. If they like shadow drop, or not shadow drop, but like shadow announce MGS4 or Volume 2. Yo, MBJ, you love my shirt? Appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's funny. My MGO character actually has like a similar shirt in the game. He has the one that came out for MGS4 though, where it's just one of these guys with the box on their head. But this is the closest I could get, so I'm kind of matching my MGO character. It's almost launch time here in Brazil. Yeah, we got 15 minutes. I'm looking at the premiere right now on YouTube. They're also streaming on Twitch, right? I think YouTube's probably the play. Actually, I don't know. We'll see. Yo, new 722. What up? Welcome. Today is a good day to be a new chatter. It's gonna be a hype day, hopefully. We'll see. We shall see. Do they usually announce stuff on these streams? Well, honestly, from at least recent memory, this is the first time they've done a stream like this. This is kind of like a Nintendo Direct or something, you know? I don't think I've really seen Konami do one of these in the past. They probably have, I just can't remember. But I think today specifically is going to be about like updating us, you know? I don't know how many surprise announcements there's going to be, but like the whole theme around this press start event is showing off stuff that I don't think we've seen before, or like updating us for both games, because it's both, actually 3 games. It's Delta, obviously, it's Silent Hill F, and then there's a surprise third announcement. So I don't know, it could be like another Konami game, it could be like Castlevania, it could be I don't know, they have a ton of like Yu-Gi-Oh or something, you never know. We're gonna get MGO4, I can feel it. Oh man, I know. I was telling myself like this whole week, like, don't get too excited, don't get too excited. Like that little teaser at the end could have been anything. It could have been like, you know, it could be something as simple as like a hide and seek mode or something, or maybe if it is MGO, maybe they're only giving us one mode or something at the moment. I don't know. I have all these like things in my mind where it's like, don't get too crazy, don't get too excited. Volume 2 with Peace Walker, Portable Ops, and MGS4. Yeah, Portable Ops deserves to be on there, I think. They need to fix it, though, because if they just port it and it has original controls and original frame rate, that game's kind of rough, I'm not going to lie. I love it, but that game's rough. Especially compared to Peace Walker, you know? A grounded skin in Fortnite would have the kids going crazy. What up, Reddy? June 12th in Europe and USA. Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew the servers went down in Japan earlier because of all the natural disasters they've been having. What's the live stream going to show? Just updates on Delta and Silent Hill F and a third game. We don't know exactly what it's going to show, though. Like I said, I don't remember them ever doing something like this. Like, they've done their production hotlines or whatever. You guys have all seen them, I'm sure, on the Konami channel, where they do, you know, they kind of dive deep into Delta and like the development, what they're working on, updates, stuff like that. But they've never done something like this, I don't think. What if they just put all the PSP games on one volume? I wouldn't mind that, actually. There's a lot of PSP games. You have both Acid games, you have Portable Ops, Peace Walker, obviously, which we don't really need again, but I'm sure they're going to include it. You really want Adult Chico? That would have been cool if they actually did that for 5, for TPP specifically. MGS2 remaster. What up, Ultimate Snake? I don't think we're going to see that for a long time. I think Metal Gear 1 and 2 or MGS1 get the remaster / remake treatment next, to be honest with you. Not gonna lie, MGS4 coming to new consoles, 60 FPS would be a dream come true. Yeah, that game, honestly, you don't really need to do much to MGS4 other than port it and maybe try to make it run at 1080 and a solid 60 frames per second. Because that game still holds up, I think. I think MGS4 is one of the best looking like PS3, Xbox 360 era games. We were even saying, when was it, Brandon? Like, if you're still here, like a day or two ago, that MGO, when you bump it up in the emulator, or even MGS4, when you bump up the resolution in the emulator, it looks like a PS4 game. Like, it's crazy how good that game looks. It's insane. Yeah, there's a hotline tomorrow actually ready. So this is going on today, and then tomorrow at 4 a.m. my time, there's going to be a production hotline. So whatever, I'm assuming if they show MGO today, they're going to go in depth with it tomorrow. So we probably won't see too much today. Maybe just like an announcement that it's happening. And then tomorrow they'll probably dive deep into like modes and maps and all that. I don't know. I'm just hoping that's the case. But just full disclosure, if it is MGO, I don't think I'm going to wake up at like 3:30 tomorrow and stream, just so you guys know. So I'll probably make like a video with all the info for YouTube later. Because like, it's already crazy waking up today at like 4 something to be ready for this. I'm not going to wake up at 3 a.m. to do the hotline production. That's too crazy. Probably hear it from my neighbors at that point. Bro, if it's fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my god. I mean, it's one of their huge IP though, man. That's the thing, is Yu-Gi-Oh! Makes a ton of money. Especially, I mean, you guys all know how trading card stuff and collecting stuff is right now. People are like ravenous for that shit. Although I think it's mostly Pokemon. I don't think people are that crazy about Yu-Gi-Oh! Nowadays. But it still makes them like millions per year. So it could very well be Yu-Gi-Oh! Would also love... Oh yeah, Acid 1 and 2 with trophies would be cool. Anything with trophies. I thought it was the coolest thing ever that they added trophies to MGS1. Even though they were kind of easy to get, especially with the cheese. It's still kind of cool. Zone of the Enders 3? Oh my god, people would freak out. I think it's MGO as well. I don't know what else they could announce today. You know what I mean? Other than showing us like gameplay, I guess. Like maybe... I hope this doesn't happen, but maybe it'll just be literally them running through the Virtuous mission so we can see gameplay and maybe some cutscenes without, you know, them being cut up in the trailer and edited in a way that isn't, you know, how they actually play in the game. So, I don't know. I hope it's not that. I hope it's like maybe a little bit of that. Maybe they show us a little bit of gameplay from Delta and then they end with MGO or vice versa. Because that has to be MGO, right? Like... I don't know. Now you guys got me scared now. Third mystery game. Yo, what up, Joe Cyanide? How you doing? You still want Master Collection too? I know a lot of people are talking about that ice cream. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh man, now you guys got me nervous. Thanks a lot. You'll never give Konami a view so much. Oh, I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Wasn't Castlevania supposed to be announced with the MGS and Silent Hill comeback a few years ago? Like a new Castlevania already? I don't know. I'm not sure. They've been pumping out those collections, which I've heard are really good. I have 2 of them. I haven't really played through them. Actually, no, I'm lying. I did. I played through the one that had Rondo in it. And it was really good. So, think a Link's Awakening type remake would be perfect for MGS1. It doesn't need realistic graphics and animations. I'd be fine with something like that, Mac. But I think a lot of people want, like, you know, cutting edge, amazing graphics and controls, which I understand. That game is just so hard to remake, you know? Like, I keep saying it, all remakes are kind of hard to make. Like, it's not as easy as just, like, plugging in a USB with the original game and then, like, pressing upscale or whatever on like, Unreal Engine or whatever, or Unity or whatever the hell. But, like, I think MGS3 is much easier to tackle when it comes to remastering and remaking compared to something like MGS1, because it's just a completely different era of gaming, you know? 3D gaming was like in its infancy. We didn't even have like a second analog stick to you know, dictate where the camera goes or to move the camera in general. Top-down view, like almost like an isometric view, and then, you know, graphics and polygons were like so minimal and stuff back then that it's like kind of hard to... Because it's not just remaking Snake and making him look better, and then same thing with like Shadow Moses. You have to like scale it, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not jealous of Konami for tackling an MGS1 remake if they do that. I would not want to do that at all. Appreciate the love on Twitter, by the way, you guys. When MGS4 and GTA 4 came out in 2008, it was insane. Yeah, seriously, both those games are crazy, right? GTA 4, I think, is one of my favorites. I think it's top 3 for me. GTAs. And I feel like that game doesn't get a lot of love. It gets some love from some people, but overall, it's never like in the top 3 contenders for a lot of people on their list. I don't know. But yeah, MGS4 is crazy. MGO even, like, we always talk about multiplayer games and how ahead of its time MGO was, especially for a console shooter. Like, maybe if you compare it to a PC shooter of the time, it's not as impressive, but like, for those of you guys who didn't play MGO2, MGO2 had dedicated lobbies. So like, if you were able to host, if your internet permitted it, you could host like dedicated lobbies in like a server list, kind of like PC games. It had survival and tournament, which were official games that the server handled on its side, and they were only up at certain times, so it would kind of make everybody like congregate at certain times during the week. Like maybe the peak concurrent players dropped off during the week, but then like everybody would start playing for survival and tournament. It had clan emblems. It had a whole clan system. It had clan rooms. You could make like a whole lobby just for your clan, a private lobby in your clan. You could do private lobbies. You could adjust. There was like so much granularity. Like you could adjust maps, modes, stats on or off. It had a whole ranking system, level system. Like MGO was so ahead of its time. It's crazy. That's why, like, if they do bring back MGO, they have to do it justice, because the last one, unfortunately, for many reasons, just didn't hit the mark. So, like, as happy as I am that they potentially maybe are bringing back MGO, it also has to be done right. It's not just as simple as like, oh, look, we made a multiplayer mode for you guys. Like, the bar has been set by MGO2, and like so far it hasn't been reached yet by another game. Another MGO game, I should say. Rising Revengeance. Oh, you didn't realize it was today name? Yep. We got 5 minutes according to the countdown here. I'll switch views in just a second so we can see. Oh yeah, the Bomberman minigame. Good call, JC. Yeah, they're probably showing that off too. Cuban Coffee, what up? I think we're getting... I think if... Yeah, maybe. I think if the third special secret announcement is Metal Gear related, then yeah, I don't think they're gonna show it off or anything. I think they might just say like, we're working on it, and if they really want to hype us up, they'll be like, we're working on it and MGS4 is complete and we got it running, and that's gonna be in volume 2 confirmed. That would be crazy. Now if they do that, don't expect it until like spring of next year at the earliest. I'd say there's no way in hell it comes out this year. This is Delta's year and Silent Hill F's year. So at the earliest, I think we see it spring of next year. If I'm being super realistic about it, probably summer of next year is when we'll see volume 2. Because I don't think they're like done with it. I mean, maybe Konami's been cranking away behind the scenes, but has to be MGO, right? That's what I keep telling myself. That's the mantra I've been repeating in my head. MGS6, yeah. We'll see. I don't think we're getting MGS6 for like at least 5 years, maybe more. Actually, yeah, definitely more. I don't know if they will talk about Volume 2 before Delta coming out. Yeah, I mean, if they do, it's probably just going to be like what I said. Like, it's happening, confirmed, and MGS4, we're working on it, you know? I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. Honestly, I think it might just... What I was thinking, there's multiple things that it could be, right? It could be they're showing off Delta, they're showing off Silent Hill F, and then MGO is like a separate game. Because if you remember... for MGO3, the launcher was kind of like a separate, it was like a separate like launcher on PC, on Steam, I should say, than TPP. So when you would launch MGO, it would launch on its own. So maybe that's what they're doing for Delta's MGO. Because if you go to the website right now, it shows Snake versus Monkey, it shows Snake versus Bomberman, and then it says, and more, or more coming soon or something like that. And then it also says... Some of these game modes require internet connection to download and play or whatever. So maybe it's like MGO2 where it's like in the menu, but it's, I don't know. We'll see if it even is MGO. All right, let me switch views here. Should we watch it on YouTube or should we watch it on Twitch? Which one do you think is better? I feel like YouTube's the play because then we could rewind after it's over and like... I mean, I guess you could do that on Twitch too. We'll just watch it on YouTube. since I'm already have it open. MGS movie would be cool, but I think it would be better if it does an ultra stylized animated movie. Yeah, that'd be cool. Hinted at MGS 1998 as the next potential remake. Yeah, they need to overhaul the shit out of it. Like I was saying, it's a difficult task for sure. Waiting for Death Stranding 2. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be playing before Delta. I'll probably stream it and stuff. Maybe get the platinum. Yeah, in-game mail, voice chat. Exactly. There's so much that MGO had. It's kind of crazy. Where did I put the music? Over here. It says it starts at 5:57 actually, so that's in like less than 2 minutes. Let me close this down now. Let me keep it up though, just in case we talk after the event's over. Oh yeah, and by the way, I can't stick around for super long after the event's over because I have to get some work done and I have to maybe make a video if there's enough information to make a video about. So yeah. All right, let's switch it up since it's probably going to start in a second here. Let's remove my webcam now. And window capture. All right, you guys should be able to see that. Yep, good to go. All right, I can't full screen it yet till it starts, but we shall see. Starting soon. Get my chat back up. All right. Always wanted a game about Gray Fox. Yeah, dude, it would be cool if they made Rising 2 and it was about Gray Fox. That'd be crazy. Yeah, Volume 2. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what exciting things they show us. I mean, if it's like the best day ever, it would be MGO4 or MGO Delta, whatever you want to call it, and then they also tease or announce or whatever Volume 2. That would be like crazy. Oh, here we go. How's the audio? We good? Can turn it up a little for you guys. All right, that looks good. On my end, at least. Here we go. Oh my god, I feel like I'm watching like a Nintendo Direct. Konami's caught up with the times here. Yo, Monster, how you doing, man? Yeah, I'm happy you're here, dude. I'm hyped. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, Monster. We got 2 minutes. MGO comeback, hopefully. MGS4 announcement, if we're lucky. Delta's gonna flop? I don't know about that one. Yo, what up, Gorilla? Yo, Solo, how you doing? GTA 5 and GTA Online? Yeah, GTA Online was pretty fun for a while. I kind of fell off of it quick, though. Imagine MGO will be sold separately for 4... Nah, there's no way. There's no way they're that out of touch that they would sell it as a separate game. I mean, unless it doesn't... Unless it's not ready and it does... Unless it doesn't, like, release with Delta and they're trying to make it, like, its own thing. I guess I could see that, but if it comes with Delta, there's no way it's, like, gonna be, like, a separate purchase. That'd be crazy. About 1 minute and 40 seconds now. So it starts. Yeah, that's true. YouTube has a better player, too, right? Oh my god, MGO2 remastered? Honestly, I'd take that. I would take that over a new MGO, I think. MGO2 with like running better, a better netcode, dedicated servers. I think I'd take that over any new MGO. How you doing, Solo? I'm doing alright, man. Tired. It's early for me, but I'm doing alright. I'm hyped to be with you guys. Yeah, I've seen some of Mitchell's animation, Gorilla, for sure. Dude's super talented. Can't be easy to make something like that, you know? Yeah, let's see what they got. 50 seconds. They're probably going to start with Silent Hill, so... Which, whatever. The game looks cool. I'm not a massive, like, super massive Silent Hill fan. I've played the first 4, and I really like those, but... I'm nowhere near as big a Silent Hill fan as I am a Metal Gear fan, obviously. Oh, that's 100% what's going to happen to Ascendancy. 100%. Silent Hill's going to go first. They're going to announce MGS6? Shit. If you say so. Yeah, I'm okay with it too. I'm down to see some more. I mean, the trailer that they showed at, what was it, the State of Play, or was it the Jeff Keighley event? Looked pretty cool. I might actually end up getting it after seeing that. I feel like we'll get MGS Delta, then after the score screen, the Master Collection Volume 2. We'll see. Here we go. Let me lean over. Gamer pose.
A quiet wish to bring joy to someone, somewhere.
Whoa, they're going all out. Look at this production quality.
From that flame of passion, Konami games are born.
Wow, okay, Konami. Chill out. What are we, Nintendo now? Sheesh. Oh, Konami code. Louder? You guys want it louder? All right, turn it up for you guys. Oh, Metal Gear. I hear it.
My name is
Okamura.
Hiroyuki Okamura, and I am the producer of the Metal Gear series. Today, we've prepared an extended version of our recent trailer with a few more new details.
Shit. This is going to be an
Please take a
extended
look.
trailer. Don't do this to me, Okamura, please.
Control here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
I thought it was MGO already. When they first showed the trailer at the State of Play, I was like, oh my god!
He's close. Where did he go?
We've lost sight of the enemy. Find him. We're under fire. Enemy position unknown.
Loading like this? It's a revolution.
So far, we've seen all this.
All right, Commander. Baby.
Take this. Here comes another one.
You won't get away from me!
Oh, this is the animation that everybody's freaking out about. The thing is, you don't even see that when you actually fight Ocelot, because he's standing on the opposite side of the what's it called? Cliff, if you want to call it that, or like canyon, whatever. So like it looks janky because it's like a close-up of an animation you never really see up close. But I don't know why they chose that shot, but all right, where's the extended? MGO? Oh, they're gonna show Bomberman now. 100%. I'm willing to bet $5. They show Bomberman because they're labeling Snake versus Monkey. Come on. Show Bomberman and MGO, please. Yep, there it is. Oh, so it is just a reskin. It's exactly the same. Oh, but you throw bombs. You see that? That's pretty cool. Oh, what the fuck? Secret Theater. Wow, they brought back Secret Theater. Is it completely redone? MGO, please, please, please say it's MGO. Oh my god, why are they teasing us this much? Please, just put the letters MGO on the screen. Please, I'm gonna freak out. Bro, there's no fucking way they did that to me again. Did that to us. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, I'm gonna lose my mind on stream. Oh, nice. So they have done AI updates.
In addition to the main story, PS5 and Steam versions also include a remade version of the Ape Escape crossover mode, Snake vs. Monkey. For the Xbox version, we collaborated with another Konami.
This is cool.
Bomberman.
I might have to get an Xbox now.
Snake versus Bomberman.
We gotta start a GoFundMe to get me an
Enter the
Xbox.
jungle to chase down and blast away.
Wow, that's really cool, actually.
Alongside Snake vs. Monkey, the much requested
A lot of people are gonna be
Secret
happy about
Theater
this.
Also makes a return. In the remake, the original Secret Theater videos will now be found as collectibles.
Oh wow, that's
in-game.
cool, dude.
In addition, there are also all new Secret
Wow,
videos
dude, they're going
from
all
Metal
out
Gear
for
Solid
Delta. I don't want to hear cash grab again.
They'll be secretly carried by enemy soldiers.
I don't want to hear anybody say cash grab again because they're going all out.
The sneaking DLC pack contains unique uniforms with special appearances and effects. In-game,
Oh my god, that Peace Walker sneaking suit, dude.
secret and
Perfection.
specialized items, weapons, and uniforms to use and enjoy in infiltration situations. And of course, one more thing.
Whoa, it's not MGO, it's something else. Fuck.
I'm Yu Sahara, the director of
I'm already
Fox Hunt
disappointed.
and Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Fox Hunt
What is Fox Hunt?
the original online multiplayer mode. Though it shares the same world with Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, the gameplay is completely different.
All right.
When we say Metal Gear multiplayer, many fans will probably think of Metal
Yeah.
Gear Online, but Fox Hunt will be its own new type of mode.
Shit, I don't know if that's good or bad.
We very much appreciate all the longtime fans of MGO who have always wanted to see it make a comeback, but the landscape of multiplayer games has changed a lot since MGO.
What does that mean? What do you mean?
It took a lot of careful consideration to think about what a new online mode should look like. Based on the iconic stealth and survival elements in the Metal Gear series, we are taking camouflage and hide and go seek to the next level.
Oh my god, it is fucking hide and go
We
seek.
challenged ourselves to make something unique that is more than just a shootout.
No, dude, that's what we want.
We've used that back and forth tension of staying hidden or searching out the enemy to create an online experience unique to Metal Gear.
Maps look cool. Damn, dude, I can't help but feel a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Those are all the details we can share with you for now, but we're working hard on getting Fox Hunt to you all.
So it's gonna be just Team Sneak. It's gonna be Team Sneak with no stealth camo?
Fox Hunt in the future, so please stay tuned.
Wow, dude. Oh my god. Talk about a misstep, man. Jeez. I don't know. I don't know, boys. I don't know how I feel about that. Not gonna lie.
We still have more to share, so look forward to hearing even more about what's coming in Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Thank you.
Wow. That's crazy. I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch the footage again and like... Jeez. I don't know. I don't know, boys. I don't know. I want to reserve judgment. I'm gonna turn this down now since I don't give a shit about anything else. Oh, this game did look cool. Actually, I'm gonna mute it. I'll just put it really low. So here's the thing, right? Like, and I'm gonna have to rewatch this and make a video on it probably. But what I think it was Yuji Korakata or maybe the other guy, I didn't catch his name, but what he said is completely right. Like the gaming landscape, the online gaming landscape, multiplayer landscape is completely different nowadays. There's no denying that. Compared to 2008, completely different, right? Like free to play models, battle passes, BR, extraction shooters, etc., right? Like you don't really see that many boots on the ground, you know, 6v6, 5v5 third person shooters anymore. Like Fortnite is really the only one, and again, that's like a BR, right? So like he's completely right in that, but that's why it would be perfect to actually bring back something like a traditional MGO, in my opinion. This is all my opinion, but like I talk about this all the time with my friends off stream, is that like right now is actually the perfect time to bring back those you know, like late 2000, like 2008 to like 2012 type games. Even later than that, like the Uncharted multiplayers, MGO, obviously, stuff like that, where it's like they aren't these big, massive games like Warzone, like COD, like Fortnite. They're their own sort of experience, themed around like oh, Ryan's Way, yo, appreciate you becoming a member again, dude. Appreciate it. My bad, I'm like mid rant, but like it would be the perfect time right now to bring back those type of games. Because there's such a niche thing now, because there's such a rarity now, and there's a way to do it right. Like you take the MGO2 as like the base and you modernize it, right? Like MGO2 is as close to a perfect like third person online shooter as you can get, in my opinion. Obviously I'm heavily biased, but like aiming felt really good in that game. There's a high skill ceiling. There's all the Metal Gear charm. All that game really needs is like better graphics, obviously, to match today's standards, and a better netcode, and maybe dedicated servers on top of that. That would be like the cherry on top. And that game, I think, would attract so many people, especially on consoles where like the choices for shooters that aren't, again, Warzone, Fortnite, yada yada, are kind of rare. You know what I mean? Like you can play Fortnite, you can play Warzone on console, play crossplay with your friends, maybe even something like, I don't know, Apex or Overwatch or stuff like that. But there's no real like third person shooter that people are playing right now, really. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of out of the multiplayer console loop. I don't really play multiplayer shooters as much anymore. But like, I guess PUBG would be another one, right? That you could play in third person. But I think, yeah, despite like, I don't know. It's just a weird mentality to have. So MGO is basically dead now. Like we're never getting another MGO. That's basically what they said. They basically said like the gaming landscape's so different that traditional MGO just wouldn't work, which I don't agree with at all. Personally, I don't know. We want Metal Gear Survive 2, cancel Delta. Ah, man. Let me catch up with chat. I don't know what you guys are thinking right now, but told you not to get excited until confirmation. What up, Jaya? They just broke my heart. Shit. Oh man, MGO prop hunt. At least they give us some online. Yeah, I mean that's the silver lining, I guess. I won't like rip into them, and I'll probably make a video on this. Probably just everything that you just heard. I want to think about it a bit more and then make a video on it. I think later. I'll probably make like an update video on all the. Actually, we didn't really get that much new info, right? We got to see Snake versus Bomberman. I guess I could talk about that, but I want to make just a video of me just like talking like I am with you guys right now for the people who aren't in the stream, and just get my thoughts out, because like, man, I don't know. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that sentiment at all. That the online landscape has changed so much that you can't have a traditional game. I think that's what people want, especially older people like us, or like me at least, who don't necessarily want to always sweat in BR modes and like don't really like that gameplay loop of like dropping, having to find gear. Like I just want to load in with like 5 different choices for guns, maybe a sidearm and my grenade, just like MGO2, where you get to choose your weapons and then everybody has the same options for weapons. You don't have to like get lucky and spawn at the right place where there's, you know what I mean? Like I don't like that gameplay loop. I can do that a couple times, but it gets boring. And I'm sure a lot of people, maybe some of you guys in chat, feel the same way, you know? Where it's like we just want a multiplayer game where we can just like load in, play 5v5, 6v6, and I think that would work. I honestly think that would work. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old. I don't know. Yeah, I right now I see it as a fumble for sure, but still early days. We didn't really get to see too much of the mode. They didn't really talk about the mode too much, so I won't be too disappointed. But I can't help but feel, I gotta be honest with you guys too, like I can't help but feel a little disappointed, especially the way that they were talking about it. It made it seem like we're just never getting another MGO ever again, because it's just too different now, guys. The gaming landscape is just too different nowadays. Like, what are you talking about, man? That's crazy. The mode looks fun, but I agree with you. I was hoping for Metal Gear Online. Yeah, like I said, I haven't played the mode, obviously. I've seen like the same 10-second snippet that you guys have seen, but like just the way they were talking about it right in the way, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I mean, how could it not when I'm such a big Metal Gear Online fan? Like that game, that series, even MGO3 is like not amazing as it was. They all mean a lot to me, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't like that they talked about it that way. That's the main thing. Like the mode might be fucking fun. The mode Fox Hunt might be fire, right? But like, I just don't like the way that they were talking about it. Feels like it's too risky. Yeah, that's definitely part of it, right? They definitely, I don't know. They know more than I do. They see the stuff behind the scenes. They follow industry trends and all that. So yeah, they have more of a basis to go off of than I do. But at least we got Save MGO, right? Thank God for Save MGO. But yeah, the risk is definitely part of it. They have already done the controls, just add MGO maps and a new server and party support. Yeah, like that's a good point. They already have the infrastructure for it. They called it an online competitive mode. So they already have the infrastructure for an online competitive mode. Why are we limiting it to just like a hide and seek team sneak type thing? You know what I mean? This is the problem. I was talking about this yesterday actually with my friends. And like, if this is you, don't get upset. All right. So don't get mad if this is you. If you've never played MGO or you don't really know how they work, I'm not trying to call you out. I'm just trying to make a point. So I was telling my friends yesterday that like one of my biggest fears is that they can MGO and they do something exactly like this, because when you tell a Metal Gear Solid fan about Metal Gear Online, their first thought is like, oh shit, I can RP a snake and sneak around crouched over and like CQC people and like stay in the shadows, and it's probably very sneaky. And it's like literally MGO is like the furthest possible thing from that experience. Like if that's what you envision MGO to be, like get that out of your mind, because it's not. And the trailers do such a bad job. Like every single MGO trailer, except for like the first MGO, does such a bad job at showing off what MGO actually is. And that's a competitive third-person shooter first and foremost. After that, yeah, it has Metal Gear elements. It has some stealth elements, modes like Team Sneak, right? There's some stealth elements to that. But the game is a third-person shooter. Like, you go around shooting people. You're not trying to stealth around and stuff. You can play like that, right? There's things that facilitate you playing like that. But first and foremost, it's a third-person shooter. It's not like a Solid Snake simulator online, right? So that's the problem. And so I was telling these guys offline that's my biggest fear, is that like they see MGO in the past and they're like, oh, this doesn't really resonate with a lot of Metal Gear fans for whatever reason. So why don't we make a mode that's about sneaking around and focus on that? And there you go. We got Fox Hunt. So one of my fears actually came to light. But again, maybe it's just the initial disappointment of it just happening. But I'll reserve my... Maybe I'll have a ton of fun playing with you guys online, playing with my friends online, you know? I don't know how much staying power that mode's going to have. I don't know how much they're going to update it and stuff. How much they can update it if it's just going to be one contained mode. But who knows? I mean, maybe we have fun playing it. I have no idea at this point. Let me turn on some MGO tunes. At least we can always listen to the music, I guess. Yeah, Bomberman, Secret Theater, and Fox Hunt. I'll definitely make a video on that, and then I'll make an extended video talking about all of this. But damn, I hate to be disappointed on stream. I don't really like to be like the negative person on stream, but yeah, it's just, I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed, guys. Like, I have to be honest. Oh, yo, what up, Double Triggered? How you doing? Cheered me up seeing you in chat. At least we have that. At least you're here. You got up early for nothing? Nah, I got to hang out with you guys. Like, that's fine. I don't care. I don't care about waking up early. I'm just kind of disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe then can monetize it. Who knows? Yeah, they can always add stuff later, right? Tunes. That's a good point. If people are really vibing with Fox Hunt, maybe they'll add some more stuff. Maybe they'll add, like, you know. That's a good point, actually. Maybe they'll add like a traditional TDM mode with more weapons if they see like, wow, people are really vibing with this online. But I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, if people didn't vibe with MGO2 and all the modes that it had, including Team Sneak, because you could hop on MGO2 and just play Team Sneak. There's people that only play Team Sneak because they like that cat and mouse chase. You know, I'm invisible one round and then I have to seek out, you know, the invisible people the next round. Some people really like that, which is why I don't understand why they didn't add a traditional, you know, TDM whatever mode, as well as this Fox Hunt pseudo Team Sneak mode. I don't really understand the reasoning. Like, even if it's like, you know, the gaming landscape is different, like, it's not like this mode is super fucking popular in the gaming landscape. You know, we have like the prop hunt mod or whatever for, what is it, Call of Duty, and that's really the only game that I've seen that's like anywhere near this one. So like, I don't really understand. Like, yeah, the gaming landscape's so different, so MGO won't work, but we're gonna add this super niche mode that isn't a trend in the industry too. Like, huh? What are you talking about? Like, I don't know. Maybe once we get more info, it'll make more sense, but I don't know. Nah, Fox Hunt is not just a fancy name for MGO, unfortunately. Batu. It's its own thing. It's basically like fake Team Sneak. Yeah, it is what it is, right? Yeah, for sure. Solo Knives. I'm happy that there's an online mode too. There's more to do, you know? It sweetens the deal for people that are kind of on the fence for Delta. So now you have the main game, obviously. You have Snake vs. Bomberman or Snake vs. Monkey, depending on your platform. You have Secret Theater, and you have Fox Hunt. So, which, depending on how you say it, if you say that too fast, sounds like not a very nice word, but yeah, we still have a potential of the Master Collection Volume 2 being announced, but I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't know if it will be. I noticed a little stutter during the I didn't notice that, no. I'm gonna go back and watch all of this, obviously. I'll probably make a video, an update video for you guys later. And then I am gonna have that ranty video about MGO after that. So my focus is gonna be the update video, obviously. And then yeah, just that MGO video. Was that it, by the way? Is that all they're gonna show? I haven't been paying attention. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Oh, Gradius, I don't care about this shit. Sorry. Piss me off, Konami. I don't care about your games now. I agree, but our age demographic isn't the target audience anymore. 14-year-old kids fueled on Mountain Dew playing Fort. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying too, Jay. In that same vein, is like those kids that are cracked out on like Mountain Dew and shit aren't gonna be playing this little shitty ass Team Sneak. You know what I mean? There's no reasoning behind it. Like if they wanted to be smart and say like, oh, industry trends, blah 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 blah, make a BR then. Make an extraction shooter. Make a Metal Gear themed Tarkov, right? Then I could see that. Then it's like, oh, okay, they took inspiration from Tarkov, tactical shooter. It's slow. You know, we could kind of see like a connection, a line between those two. But it's like, yeah, the gaming landscape has changed, but you made Team Sneak, just a shittier version of it. Huh? I don't get it. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it's because we don't have all the info. But like, that I don't get it. I don't get that. You know. Yeah, absolutely agree with that. Hopefully we'll see more tomorrow. Yeah, I forgot about that already. Jesus, thank God you reminded me. I'm not getting up early for that shit. There's no way. After today, I'm not getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning just to watch that Hotline production. Like, there's no way. There's no way after what happened today. What if they pull the Capcom on us? They will show Delta at the end. Yeah, that's what I haven't closed off of it because of that, but we'll see. Yo, Jay, thanks for becoming a member. Sorry, I'm ranty today. I woke up early. I'm a little cranky. I haven't had my coffee. I appreciate you guys being here, though, and listening to my rant. Yeah, right? Joe Cyanide, like, I think what rubbed me the wrong way the most was that comment about the gaming landscape changing. And I'm not ignorant to that. I'm not an old boomer that's like, things need to stay just like how they were 20 years ago or like whatever, right? Like, I get it. Yeah, things are very different now, from monetization to the psychology behind like player retention and all that. I get that. I'm not ignorant to that. Trust me. Like, I read up on this shit all the time. But the thing is, okay, with that reasoning, make a battle royale. Make it so you get, you know, everybody Halo jumps at the beginning of the map or at the match, and make like a recreation of Selenoyarsk that's meant for a BR. And then I could understand, oh, okay, they're following industry trends. Maybe BRs aren't my sort of thing. They aren't for my demographic, but I get why they're doing it. But instead, they made that comment and made a one-mode game that resembles another mode that we already had in MGO, and said that was their solution to it. It's nonsensical. It makes no sense. You know? It just doesn't make sense to me. But like I said, maybe I'm just missing something. I don't know. You'll try it? Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna try the shit out of it. Maybe I end up loving it. You know? Maybe I end up eating my words. But and I'm pretty open to everything. I played fucking Metal Gear Survive. I platinumed Metal Gear Survive, for God's sake. Like, I am Mr. Give Metal Gear a chance, even if Kojima or whoever's not involved, right? I think it's just the comments that they made that rubbed me the wrong way. As a diehard, like, huge MGO fan, you know? I just don't like that they said that, but because it makes me feel like we're never getting another MGO again. Like, we're just, the way that they spoke, we're just point blank never getting one, which, I mean, I guess maybe it's time to retire. I don't know. Had sex to Yo, Ice Cream, you're wild, bro. It's apparently 37 minutes long. What else could they show? How long have we been watching this? I don't fucking know. All right, we got 10 minutes then. If that's the case, it's 10 minutes long. It's bait. Adapt, improvise, overcome. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. You took an L. I mean, like I said, I don't want my doom and gloom to affect you guys. Like, who knows? The mode might be fun. I'm going to try it. I'm going to play with you guys in chat. I'm going to play with my friends that I play MGO with. So, like, I don't want you guys to take what I'm saying now as, like, boycott the mode, tweet at Konami. Like, I'm going to try it. I'm going to give it a chance. But it's just weird. I don't understand. The only thing, and we'd never get this level of clarity from Konami, but the only thing I could see is that, like, they saw the time constraints that they had, because every fucking studio has time constraints now, you know? They have deadlines and stuff they have to meet. And they were like, damn, we can't make MGO in this amount of time that we projected, like, we're launching Delta. And I think that Delta got pushed back already once. It got delayed once. I think it was supposed to come out like November of last year. But anyway, with that in mind, I think they were like, damn, we got to launch summer of next year, summer of 2025. I don't know if we can make a whole dedicated MGO in that time. Let's focus on the mode that a lot of people like, which is Team Sneak, add a twist to it, and then throw that up there and see if they like it. That's the only excuse I think I'd be okay with, where it's like, oh, okay, like, you know, I get that you guys couldn't make a whole MGO. Maybe this is like testing the waters, but we'd never get that level of clarity, I don't think. Maybe I'll eat my words tomorrow when they do the Hotline production update, but I don't know. I don't think most developers wouldn't tell us that. Hold on, I'm still catching up with chat. My bad, you guys. Wait. Hawk Station says, man, well, hopefully they are saving MGO for a potential MGS4 remaster. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Shit, I don't know if I have that much copium left in me, Hawk Station. As much as I'd like that to be true, like, if they're not making a new MGO, I don't think they'd go through the trouble of bringing back MGO2. I could die happy. Like, if they brought back MGO2 and remastered it and, like, even just brought it back in an official way, I wouldn't need a new MGO. I'd be happy. I'd shut my mouth. I'd play Fox Hunt for 10 minutes and then hop on MGO2 for the rest of the day, you know? But I don't see that happening. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I do not see that happening. Especially after the comments they made today. I think Metal Gear Online is just dead at this point. Like, they're focusing on the single player, which, to be fair, is the focus of Metal Gear. Ryan's like, I punched a hole in the wall and it's your fault. Like, yeah, like I said, like, don't take my word for it. I'm just a passionate Metal Gear Online fan. That's all it is. Like, I understand that. Like I was just saying, people go to Metal Gear for the story, right? Like 98% of people play Metal Gear for the single player, for the story, for the lore, for the characters. They don't give a shit about Metal Gear Online, or they don't even know Metal Gear Online exists. So I get that. I completely get that. I've always gotten that, you know? Let's not act like MGO2 was like this huge blockbuster game either, and neither was MGO1. And I'm not even talking about MGO3. But, yeah, I guess just a part of me was hoping that they would keep that part of Metal Gear Solid 3 specifically alive, because it is the first game that introduced Metal Gear Online, but I guess not. Yeah, Gears of War, that might actually be the multiplayer that I play, is Gears of War, to be honest with you. That's exactly what I mean. That's such a good point. Who said that? Resigned. Yo, what up, by the way, dude? Resigned, another big Metal Gear Online fan. That's such a good point. They're bringing back fucking Gears of War multiplayer. Like, talk about a quintessential third-person online shooter. But didn't you hear Resigned? Resigned, didn't you hear that the gaming landscape has changed so much that those games just don't work? Nobody's going to be playing Gears of War multiplayer. Did you not hear? Did you not get the news? Konami broke it to us today that nobody's playing these types of multiplayer games anymore. So, Konami confirmed that Gears multiplayer dead on arrival. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Gears of War fans. Konami has broken the news today that Gears of War multiplayer will be DOA because nobody wants to play those games anymore. Sorry. Yeah, it's basically Team Sneak MBJ, but like not. Oh man, when they bring MGO back, it has to work and people have to show up, or it will be shut down 3 months after launch. Maybe. Yeah, I think Fox Hunt will be free to play. I don't think they're bringing back MGO though. Monster. They just don't want to do a Metal Gear Solid Battle Royale, I guess. So then don't make those comments about, you know, the gaming landscape changing, because that's what it's changed into, is BRs and extraction shooters. Industry trends regularly keep failing these days. Yeah, but I mean, this little mode isn't going to catch on. I mean, unless fucking Shroud or like someone like that, you know, plays the game and sticks with it. Like, it's not like Fox Hunt is all of a sudden going to be the answer to Metal Gear multiplayers that we haven't had all this time. Like, huh? Kojima's anti-violence message didn't stick with the MGO community. Yeah, well, MGO is a completely different thing than Metal Gear Solid's story, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. And like, everybody always talks about Metal Gear Solid's anti-war and anti-violence, and it's like Snake has a body count of like 8,000 people. Like, I don't want to hear it. Konami didn't give MGO enough credit. I believe MGO4 was the foundation of MGO2 in graphics and gameplay. MGO3 would have went crazy. Yeah, that's a whole separate video that I want to make someday, is what the hell went wrong with MGO3. But Solid Snake Simulator Online. Yep. Better have crossplay. I don't even care at this point, Trey. The multiplayer is gonna die and then say it was because of us. It wasn't popular. Yeah, well, they've done that every time. Resigned. The problem is we play the main story, then 10 rounds of this random game mode, and the game is dead again. Yeah, I mean, that's really the main thing with MGO, right? Is it gives people more to do. Like, yeah, there's Snake versus Monkey, there's Snake versus Bomberman. You can fuck around in Secret Theater for like, you know, all of half an hour, if that. And then after that, if you're not a trophy hunter, like, that's it. You're done with Delta. You're done with the 70 plus, you know, dollar game that you bought. Whereas with MGO, especially nowadays, you could see someone streaming and you're like, what the fuck is this? I didn't even know about this. Then you hop on, you realize that you can play MGO for free because it's included with Delta. And there you go. Hundreds of hours potentially, if you end up resonating with it, that you could end up, you know, playing and like enjoying with your friends or people online, with your community, whatever. Like, I was looking forward to playing MGO with you guys, like having, you know, private lobbies and stuff. And we could probably still do that with Fox Hunt. So I don't want to doom and gloom too much, but it is what it is. Yeah, they showed like that's true. They literally showed like 2 minutes of Delta, if that. And it was half of that was the trailer that we've already seen. They didn't have to add an online mode. Yeah, I know, but I mean, if they're gonna add an online mode, like, do it right. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I said, I can't help being disappointed, but it's fine if you guys aren't. I'm still gonna play Fox Hunt. I'm still gonna try it out. Maybe they'll have like a competitive mode where like there's like ranks and stuff. That always keeps me grinding games, is ranks and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just don't know how much longevity a game like that has. You know what I mean? If they don't add more stuff, like it's just gonna be Team Sneak over and over and over and over and over and over again. You know? Yeah, exactly, Ryan. Like, they knew. He even said it. He said as much. He's like, I know when we show like we talk about or show Metal Gear multiplayer, your mind automatically goes to MGO, and it's like, yeah. Like, why wouldn't it? Huh? I'm worried that the camo won't work that well in Delta. Yeah, I don't know. It's not even Team Sneak though. That's the other thing. Is like, why didn't they just add Team Sneak? Thinking about it now, that's another point. Why didn't they just add Team Sneak? Like, we all know and love that. It would be fine if they said like, hey, we couldn't make the whole MGO experience, but here's Team Sneak. Like the traditional Team Sneak, you know what I mean? Not this like weird version of it. Exactly, Ascendancy. Why did they wait another 3 days to show us this? Like, it was the same trailer we already got, plus like another minute and a half of extra. Why didn't they just show us? I don't know. I'm just mad now. We could have a long-lasting experience with a proper online mode. Yeah, I mean, the only thing about nowadays is that they can always update it, I guess. I mean, they could do that since the days of MGO2. Obviously, we had expansion packs and all that. But yeah, I don't know. Weird. Just weird. Just weird. What doesn't make sense? Wait, hold on. Kojima was using multiplayer as an example for Real War Simulator and MGS2. Obviously, he disliked. I don't like. Honestly, I don't give a shit if Kojima disliked MGO2 players or not. Like, I could literally not give less of a shit what Kojima thinks about Metal Gear Online. Like, he had nothing to do with it. MGO2 was so good because Kojima wasn't involved. MGO3 was not as good because Kojima was involved. Let me just put it that way. Like, Kojima was the one that said, oh, MGO3 doesn't resonate with players, so let's send it to a Western studio that knows how to do shooters, and look what happened. So frankly, I don't give a shit what Kojima thinks about MGO or the players. He has no idea. He does not know how to make an online game. He just doesn't. So I just don't care. That like means nothing to me. What doesn't make sense is that today's gaming landscape would allow them to do, yeah, like they could inject battle passes, like all this annoying shit that's in other games that we all hate. Like, they could make so much money doing that. And they just were like, nah, you guys get one mode. Team Steak. We took an L. Yeah, we kind of did. If that's all they were showing, this was a total waste. Yeah, tomorrow they're going more in depth with whatever the fuck. I don't know if they're gonna show more of Fox Hunt or if they're just gonna talk about Delta some more, but whatever it is, like I'll be there to cover it, I guess. Maybe make a video if there's enough there, which usually there is, because in the hotline production videos they kind of go more into detail. So maybe since you have a high following, you can make a video where you voice your thoughts, opinions, and let the devs know what the fans truly want. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. Like, I'll probably make a quick update video, and then I'll just, yeah, I'll just collect my thoughts after the stream, and then make a video based off of that, I guess. My imagine this through the roof. I hate to say it, but it seems like they went the laziest direction for throwing an online mode. Yeah. Only excuse was we got Team Sneak. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for the Team Sneak fans are eating, I guess. Fox Hunt seems to be similar to Dead by Daylight. Please don't say that. Some true MGO killers probably will feel nerfed. Off-brand Death Stranding. Yeah. I don't know if there's more MGS stuff. Maybe. Let's see. No, that's probably over now. Nah, Kojima does not own the rights to MGO. Thank God he doesn't, because he'd make it shit again like he did with the last one. If you hear closely, it's a new online mode. Yeah, I mean, but they basically said that MGO's dead, man. They said that in so many words, you know? They said the gaming landscape's changed. Traditional Metal Gear doesn't work anymore. So here's Fox Hunt. Was that it? Can I rewind now? Yeah, no Master Collection Volume 2, I don't think. Maybe they'll tease something at the end here. When I saw the weird camo thing, I thought, okay, this might be something different. It looks cool, man. Like, I don't want to shit on it too much. It looks cool, but it's just not what I was expecting. I think that's the main thing. Looks like that's it, boys and girls. They can update it, but will they listen? Yeah, who knows? Oh, nice. If you haven't gotten the Master Collection yet, 50% off. Survey underway. Oh, we're going to be taking that survey. We're going to be taking that survey. You bet your ass. Where's the fucking survey? Where's the link? Where's the fucking link? Where's the fucking link? Now they don't want to show me the link. All right. All right, let's rewind. Take a deep breath.
Secretly carried by enemy soldiers, so try to track them down. The Sneaking DLC pack contains unique uniforms with special appearances and effects. In-game, the player
You feel the disappointment? Yeah. I mean, I can't fake my reactions. Like, a lot of people like to call me a shill, and they were saying when Delta comes out, I'm just going to fake like I like it, but that's not me. I can't fake when I like things or I dislike things or whatever. I can't fake my opinions on things. All right, so Fox Hunt. Looks like we got... almost like 3 different factions like the original game. You got the Lynx unit or the Ocelot unit. And you got like the sort of like KGB looking faction here. And then like Snake's faction when you would play on Snake's team in MGO1. So again, MGO1 imagery, MGO1 everything, but it's not MGO because that makes a lot of sense.
Sahara, the director for Fox Hunt mode.
All right, so this guy I don't know. This guy I don't know.
Solid Delta.
I don't know if he's worked at Konami for a while or...
Fox Hunt is completely original.
Got Snake and Eva on the back there. The
online multiplayer.
Hold on. All of this is MGO imagery. All of this, like literally all of this is straight MGO imagery. This, the guns in the back, MGO. Straight MGO. But they refuse to call it MGO. Like, I don't get this stupid rebrand. I don't understand this at all.
Though it shares the same world with Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, the gameplay is
Hold on.
mode. Though it shares the same
No primary weapons, so it's fucking Team Sneak. It's just fucking Team Sneak.
world with
You see how he has no primary weapon? He only has like the Woo pistol, and it's not even the Mark 22 Hush Puppy because I guess they didn't relicense the weapons. It's the Woo pistol.
Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake
No primary here either. He has something on his back. You see that? I think that's just to attach the camo though, right? Yeah. It's just a way to attach the camo.
The gameplay is completely different.
So this thing is basically like a better octo camo almost, because it replicates what you're crawling over or standing next to, like better than octo camo does, because octo camo is just the appearance, right? It's not actually like textured like this.
When we say Metal Gear multiplayer, many fans will probably think of
Why would we think that, guys?
Fox Hunt
Metal Gear multiplayer. What's the first thing that comes to mind?
will be its own new type of mode.
See, it's new type of mode, so it's not MGO.
We very much appreciate all the longtime
Do you
fans
though?
of MGO
Do
who
you
have
very
always
much appreciate it? I don't know if you do actually.
wanted to see it make a comeback, but the landscape of multiplayer games has changed a lot since
Oh
MGO.
my god, eye roll, dude.
It took a lot of careful.
The gaming landscape has changed. So here's this super niche mode that no other multiplayer game has in the entirety of gaming at all. So here you go. Gaming landscape has changed. You know what they mean when they say that? They mean like the monetization has changed. So here's this mode that we gave you that's going to have camos that you have to buy and battle passes that you have to buy and all this other shit. That's what they mean. Because this makes no sense. No logical sense. Again, for the 10th time now, gaming landscape has changed. So here's a super niche mode within a niche game that no one's ever heard of. Like, huh?
Based on the iconic stealth and survival elements of the Metal Gear series.
Silent Hill 1 remake though? Is there?
Camouflage and
I didn't even notice. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on, I missed that. Thanks for the 2, by the way, Ryan Zwig. I appreciate that, man. I don't know what I would do if I was watching this without you guys in chat. I think I would be losing my mind even more. Honestly. Like, what map is that? Is that fucking the fortress from... Why does this look like the map in MGO3? The fortress map.
Based on the iconic stealth and survival elements in the Metal Gear.
Why? Why do they do that, man? Oh my god. It's not Metal Gear Solid Online. It's Metal Gear Online. Just make it a third-person shooter. Why are you trying to make it all stealthy and shit online, man? Why? No one... It's not going to stick. It's not going to stick. If people didn't play TeamSneak, if people didn't hear about MGO and play TeamSneak back in the day, they're not going to just play this mode online. They're just not, man.
Based on the iconic stealth and survival elements of the Metal Gear series, we are taking camouflage and hide-and-go-seek.
Oh, I guess this is a lethal weapon. Right? Hold on.
Stealth and survival elements.
So maybe it is more like TeamSneak, and it's not just... Oh yeah, he's definitely using a lethal weapon there. Oh yeah, and there's like blood here. Okay, so it is literally just TeamSneak. It's literally just TeamSneak.
Ourselves to make something unique that is more than just a shootout.
Why? We want the shootout.
We've used that back and forth tension of staying hidden or searching out the enemy to create an online experience unique to Metal Gear.
We had that already. It's called TeamSneak. We had that already. Why are we trying to reinvent the wheel? We had that already. It's called TeamSneak. It's a mode within MGO. Did you guys research this? Like, is this a brand new dev team that never heard of MGO?
Those are all the details we can share with you for now, but we're working hard on getting Fox
Was that
Hunt.
SOP?
Those are all the details we can share with you for now.
What the fuck is that?
But we're working
What's
hard
that
on
blue shit? You guys see that? I don't know if you guys can see my cursor. Watch my cursor if you can.
Those are all the details we can share
Right here. Watch the right here. In between the player and the radar.
with you for now, but we're working
That's weird.
hard on getting Fox Hunt to you all.
Wait, I think I saw a kill feed.
We're working hard on getting Fox Hunt to you all.
Yeah, there's a kill feed right there. It's... Oh my god, bro. Every time I look at this, I get more mad. I need to stop looking at this.
Have more news on Fox Hunt in the future. So
What is the future? The game comes out in 2 months. So, So is Snake gonna be in the mode as well? I'm just baffled by this decision. If you can't tell, literally just baffled. Oh man. Oy. 624. Wait, for what? Sorry, I'm catching up with chat. Oh, I didn't even see the Silent Hill 1 shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. It would be fine if they just added the original unupgraded MGO. We've seen a proper version. Yeah. They literally had a home run. Yep. I mean, what's ridiculous is they have a blueprint of what we like, feedback of what we like, and they, I don't know. They even asked for our feedback a year ago in a Hotline production video, and they named MGO specifically. That's the crazy thing. That's the crazy thing. It makes me sad just seeing this. Like, why did they include this in the video? Why was this even here? Why were any of these two things here? Like, just add insult to injury? That's pretty much what we're saying here.
Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater.
Crazy. There you go, guys. There's your MGO. Not MGO, sorry. Gaming landscape's too different now. I mean, again, Foxhunt looks cool. Like, if MGO didn't exist, if I could, like, Men in Black wipe my memory and I saw this, I'd be hype. I'd be like, oh shit, an online mode. I can sneak around and pretend that I'm Snake. Oh my god, that's so fire, right? But because I have the memories of MGO 1, MGO 2, and, you know, some memories of MGO 3, especially finding my really good friends, some of which are in chat, through MGO 3. I can't even hate on that game just for that reason alone. So those 3 games, I have memories of those 3 games. I can't just set that aside and, like, be objective about this. You know what I mean? Especially when it's so similar to MGO in a lot of ways. Like, ah, man. You're always relatively bad at multiplayer, but that's fine. That's part of the fun, is being bad, looking up tutorials, practicing with your friends, and then seeing that progression. That's why I loved MGO. I was fucking trash at MGO. In a lot of ways, I still am trash at MGO, but that's not the point. I enjoy it because, like, I can see the progression. I can get better at it. It's Metal Gear. It has Metal Gear charm. You can CQC, which, how many games online let you CQC rather than just fucking Commando Pro someone in the back, right? CQC fully intact. You can do it in every MGO pretty much. It has non-lethal options for those of you guys who want to play pacifist. You can play stealthily. You can run and gun. There's different modes. There's capture the flag modes. There's TDM modes. There's deathmatch modes where it's everybody against everybody. There's you know, so many different things. You can equip the box and pretend you're a box and then surprise somebody. You can use it to avoid headshots. You can stop auto aim using the box. There's so many things that you can learn in MGO that it just makes it such a special, unique experience. For those of you guys who missed any of the MGOs, really, it's such a unique experience. And to see, like, what looks like, I'm going to preface this by saying what looks like a watered down version, it's just sad. I don't know. It's just sad to me. I can't help but feel kind of sad. But, like, it doesn't really matter if you're good or not. Like, yeah, there's always going to be elitists. There's always going to be people that are super competitive. And I'm kind of like that too. I'm kind of competitive. But I was looking forward to just having lobbies with everybody in chat, all my friends. Maybe if they had a competitive playlist, playing that and streaming that. But maybe we'll still get that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You're not disappointed with the new mode or anything they showed? You're disappointed with the community? Why is that, Solo? MGS Battle Royale vibes. Honestly, like, not even joking, I think I'd rather play that at the point. Can I explain Team Sneak? Yeah, so the way that Team Sneak works, Trey, is one team has stealth camo, like the stealth camo that you think of when you think of the single player, the one that you can unlock. One team, 6 players or more, depending on the lobby, all have stealth camo, right? That team, though, the one that's camouflaged, can only use non-lethal weapons and non-lethal means, with the exception of the knife. So you have your tranquilizer pistol. In some cases, you can use the Mosin. You have support weapons like magazines, chaff grenades, smoke grenades, stun grenades, all the non-lethal options, and that's all you have access to. And then obviously you can CQC. The objective is that team that's invisible needs to go retrieve one of 2 objectives. The Gakko or the Keraton, which are on the other team's side near their spawn, kind of. That's one way to win. The other way to win is to tranquilize or neutralize in whatever way the opposing team. Now, the opposing team that is defending those 2 objectives have lethal means. So they have their complete kit, their M4, AK, sniper rifle, frag grenades, all the lethal weapons, right? And their objective is obviously to find the hidden team before they get the objectives or before they are neutralized by the hidden team. So that's basically how it works. So in MGO2 specifically, when one of your teammates would get shot and you were on the invisible team, it would show your entire hidden team. So your stealth camo would kind of malfunction for a second to give the defending team a chance to find you guys. Now, it only gives you like a second or 2 before your stealth camo reactivates. And you're not completely hidden when you're in stealth camo, when you're on the attacking team, when you're invisible. You can still see, like, if you're holding your pistol, you can still see the outline of it. You can see the shadow, especially. That's another way to find people. So when you're on the sneaking team, you have to make sure that you're, like, hiding your shadow. It's basically the closest that you can possibly get online to the single player experience, which again makes no sense why they didn't just bring that mode back, like exactly how it was pretty much, instead of Fox Hunt, and then build off of that. Do you know what I mean? Like, we already have a mode that's very close to what we're seeing here in Fox Hunt, but they decided to just remake it and make it its own thing. Whereas they could have just made Team Sneak, called that MGO, and then build off of that. Then they could have added TDM. Then they could have added Capture Mission, which is most people's favorite outside of Team Sneak. That's my favorite, is Capture Mission, which is basically capture the flag. It just makes no sense. This whole rebrand, it makes zero sense. It really does. They could have just called this Metal Gear Online. Maybe it would have been very bare bones at the start. Give us TDM, Team Sneak, and that's it for now. And then add more modes later. That I'd be okay with. Maybe some people wouldn't be. But I'd be completely okay with this being called Metal Gear Online. Only having Team Sneak and only having like a TDM. And then they add stuff later on. But no. MGO just doesn't work in the gaming landscape. So let's do this rebrand and basically bring Team Sneak back. Okay. What if it's a ploy to make us not think it's MGO and just calling it that and reveal that it is MGO? I don't know why they would do that, Emilio, but at this point, I don't know, man. That weapon on the logo reminds me of both Portable Ops and Acid 2. Yeah, it kind of does, right? The color scheme. That's true. This whole, like, the weapons here in the back are very Acid and very MGO. It's funny. It feels like a mode which would be fun for a weekend. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna play the shit out of it and see. I mean, I'm gonna go into it expecting to play the shit out of it, but I don't know if it's gonna keep my attention. You're getting breakfast? Sorry, I'm disappointed. Oh, no worries, Jaya. It's all good. Enjoy your breakfast. Seriously, good or not, they have to be real out of touch to do the presentation like this. Yeah, like, honestly, like, it makes no sense why they would hype this up, and they even said it in the fucking video themselves. They even said it. They said, when you think of Metal Gear multiplayer online, you think of MGO. And it's like, if you guys knew that, why did you unveil the game this way? Why did you tease us like this? Like, just say from the start, we're not making MGO, but we're making another version of a Metal Gear. We're re-envisioning what a multiplayer Metal Gear could be. Why didn't they just say that months ago and say, you guys will have more information in the future, in the near future? Just tell us, hey guys, sorry, Metal Gear Online is not happening. The way that you remember it is not happening, but we're trying something new that will allow you to play with friends online and that more closely resembles Metal Gear Solid, like the single player and the tension of playing single player. Boom, done. Does Konami need to hire me to do their press releases or what? Like, I don't understand. What was so difficult about that? Like, I don't understand this whole, like, cock teasing us and then, like, oh, it's not MGO though. Sorry guys, you guys thought it was MGO, huh? Thanks for all the memories and thanks for supporting MGO, but you thought it was MGO. You're stupid. It's Fox Hunt. Sorry guys. Like, okay, thanks. Yeah, exactly. Hawk Station. That's exactly what I just said. You're more disappointed with the bait. They knew that's what we would think. Yep. Ah, man. Silent Hill 1 remake though. That's cool. I'll definitely play that. They did not announce MGO4. No MGO4 news. No Volume 2 news, unfortunately. The gaming landscape is too different now is our new quote for the next years. Bring back MGO1. Seriously, man. Bring back traditional MGO.
You're pretty good.
Love you channel brother, been following since the MGO2 revival.
Yo, Acid Snake, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the 10. I really appreciate that. That helps minimize the pain in my chest right now. Thank you, Acid. Appreciate that. It's very kind. They can't take out MGO from... Yeah, we're gonna have to meet up in Versus Ops, Clarissa. Fuck it. Let me see if my friends are on... Maybe I'm being unreasonable, guys. That could totally be a thing. I'm not, you know, ignorant to the fact that I could totally be unreasonable right now. Anyone wanna chat about this real quick? At everyone. I'm gonna be that guy and add everyone in the Discord right now. I think I need to talk to somebody about this because... yeah, right? That's where I'm at. If Metal Gear Online didn't exist, Fox Hunt looks like it could be a good time. But I can't take those memories of MGO away, and I don't like the way that they talked about MGO. If the teaser didn't exist, yeah, that's a good point. Just solid. If they didn't tease us this last trailer, I think it would have softened the blow a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. You literally want MGS4 on modern hardware? Yeah, I mean, that's where that's kind of what I'm most excited for now at this point too. I mean, I'm excited for Delta, and I'm excited to try Fox Hunt and get the platinum and make guides for you guys. Obviously, like the content creation side of stuff is cool. Like, I can't wait to stream Delta. I can't wait to platinum it. I can't wait to make guides for you guys. I can't wait to talk to you guys in chat. And I can't wait to try Fox Hunt. Hopefully the gaming landscape hasn't changed too much, and it actually allows us to make lobbies that we can invite our friends. I don't know if the gaming landscape is just so different that we can't have host options. Maybe it's just going to be auto matching. You can't play with your friends because that's just too old school. I don't know. I don't know at this point what's considered a different gaming landscape, guys. I don't know if we're even going to be able to play together. I don't know at this point. But hopefully, crossing my fingers that it's not too outdated to be able to make lobbies with your friends. I don't know. We'll see. I promise no MGO ever again. Damn. Make sure you link the survey so we can all have a vote on Metal Gear Fox Hunt mode. Yeah, I mean, where is if somebody could link me, if you guys could find that for me, that'd be awesome, because I don't see it right now. If you could link it in chat, that'd be crazy. I'd be super appreciative. Metal Gear Online has such personality too. Yep, it really does. Yeah, no MGS4 for new consoles yet. It's coming though. I guarantee it's coming eventually. Generational fumble. I'm very disappointed. Yeah, that's where we're at with it too, Big Shell Janitor. I know you were excited for it too, man. I've seen your name pop up in a bunch of MGO videos as well. Yeah, we're all feeling that right now, Big Shell Janitor. We're all feeling that, unfortunately. Fox Hunt is just a straight up play of words on Prop Hunt anyway. They ain't even trying to hide it. I mean, it could be fun. Prop Hunt seems like a good time, but will it really? How much can you really play Prop Hunt? Like, let's be honest. It'll be a laugh. It'll be funny. You know, you can play with your friends here and there. But like, is Prop Hunt really gonna make you like grind out the game and try to get better at it and stuff like MGO? Maybe they show the Hotline production tomorrow and I eat everything that I'm saying today. I hope so. Honestly, I hope so. I hope tomorrow they shut me up and they just like Fox Hunt seems amazing, right? And they just shut me up and they make me eat every single word that I've expressed to you, or every single sentiment that I've expressed to you guys today. But so far, it ain't it. They need to re-release a standalone MGO that has maps, characters. Yeah, at this point, man, it's not happening, Big Show Janitor. Like, that thought has to just leave your head, and at least it needs to leave my head as well. It's not happening. Like, traditional MGO, they said as much. They didn't use those words, but they said it's dead. Like, basically. Oh, wait. Jay is on Discord right now. Let me hop in there real quick with her. Yo. How's it go?
Is this audio good?
Yeah, it's fine. I can hear you. I don't know if chat can hear you. I'm sure you're fine. So Jay actually can offer a unique perspective because you didn't really play any of these when they were live, right?
I played MGO2 live. That's the only one.
Oh, you did?
I can speak from the experience of that. Anything else, no.
Gotcha. well, you didn't miss out too much in MGO3, as we always tell you. But oh man, so what are your thoughts from someone who isn't as like, you know, passionate, I guess I would say, about MGO? Like, are you giving it more of a chance? Well, full disclosure, JS has been playing MGO2 with us lately. So, like, first, I guess you could lead with how you feel about MGO2.
So, I mean, I love MGO2. Like, I have a great time playing it with y'all. Am I the greatest? Absolutely not.
She's being modest. She's actually, for a new player, she's actually sick. She's just being modest. But anyway, continue.
No, really not. But I do have an enjoyable time playing with you all because you guys, like, actually, like, walk me through the steps. You guys even help me get it set up. So, like, it is a fun experience to play with people who aren't being like too try-hardy and stuff like that, and gives you the opportunity like to learn and stuff. Yeah. I have a lot of fun playing MGO2, like, and I even kind of want to play right now. That's
what I'm saying. Jesus.
I am disappointed that it's not MGO, like, because that whole tease was basically, it looked like it was MGO. It looked like it could have been that. It's frustrating because there are a lot of Metal Gear fans that wanted a new MGO, and with that little tease bait thing that they did, it made me believe that it could have been that. I think the most frustrating thing about it, though, from my perspective, got their hopes
up too quick after the last trailer. I was like, hold on, we don't know it's MGO, but I think it's Konami fault too for teasing us. They should know fans want MGO.
Appreciate that, Gary. You're right. It's my fault for sure. I got way too hyped.
If it was any other mode,
but thank you for that 10, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I still want to play Fox Hunt. I still want to see what it is, but the hide and seek aspect seems so half-assed. Seeing that there was a team sneak mode in MGO2, they could have easily just made its own. Like, they could have did it in MGO and added Fox Hunt as one of the modes. I just feel like they took the easy way out when it came to it. And I get all frustrations. Like, all frustrations are completely valid. Yeah, man, I don't know. Like, I still want to play it, but I definitely think they led a lot of Metal Gear fans on specifically with this, because people who didn't get to play Metal Gear Online anyway, they're not going to care as much as the MGO fans. Yeah. And the MGO fans would be the core fan base to play this and push it out. And so they kind of dropped the ball on that one. And I know they peed off a lot of people. And I went to go look at it on Twitter, and a lot of people are.
I don't even want to look at Twitter. I'm not going to lie to you.
I don't think you, honestly, I don't think you should.
Oh, man. I'm probably going to get so much shit, too. Because I was over here hyping it up like it was MGO. So.
Here's the thing. I think everyone was, though. I mean, even myself was. Like, when we saw, we all, like, because, like, no, you see it, you think it's MGO. If you've played MGO from 1, 2, or 3, you would have thought that it would have been that, but I don't know, man. Yeah. I just, it's unfortunate.
It really is.
Pretty good.
Yo, Gary, thanks for the 5, man.
I think Konami should have been clear from the start. And
exactly.
Said it's not
so
MGO.
That's where I'm with it. I'm sure you heard me already you were in chat, but my main thing is, like, I would be way more receptive to this if they didn't talk like exactly what you said. What everybody's saying is that they didn't tease it the way that they did and drag it. Yeah. And also, like, if they didn't, oh my god, I don't know. I'm just at the point where I don't know at this point. I think the way that they talked about it.
I can tell that bothers you, though. Like, I can tell that you're extremely bothered by it, and it's completely valid. I think what you said was when they said that the state of gaming is changing. I do think that verbiage was a little bit destructive on their part.
Like, what are you talking about? Because it is.
Gaming is changing.
Yeah, 100%.
But you can easily you could literally give a new experience to those who have never played anything like this before, because MGO is niche. MGO2 is a little. It's a learning curve.
Huge learning curve.
When it comes, huge learning curve playing that game, because even still, I get frustrated playing a game that came out back in 2008 because of the flinch and everything. But still, if they were to take a chance and do it, I think it would have been successful. But I mean, realistically speaking, has MGO really been successful in the past outside of the core MGO fan base? And that's what I'm also thinking about as well. And like, I'm trying to like think about the different avenues, but even still, give it a chance, because I said the same thing about Resident Evil with their online modes, Rebirth and Resistance. Those crashed and burned within 4 months of them coming out, and I'm being generous saying 4 months. I am, but it's like, are these real games? Well, not real games. Are these games that can withstand a good multiplayer fan base? But MGO clearly has the fans. especially with the save MGO server, there's like thousands of people that are in there that are willing to play the game. So it's like, it's there, the want is there, but I just think that honestly and truly Konami did not want to take that chance. I think that's what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think I don't know if this is like crazy, but I think I'd rather know MGO mode than what they gave us now, because it's so obviously like MGO light that it pisses me off. Like, just don't make anything.
Yeah.
Just wait till the next, wait till the MGS1 remake or whatever, and then throw MGO in there. Work on it for the next 3 years or whatever, and then have a full-fledged MGO with MGS1 remake. Because it's gonna happen. MGS1's getting remade. Like, that's just how it is.
Oh, for sure.
But
I don't know. I really don't know if like Konami wanted to make that chance. And like I was thinking in the scheme of this earlier, because I'm not as tapped in or wired in as you were during the prime of it. I wonder if Kojima not being a part of this was a reason as to why they didn't want to go that specific route of MGO. But I was reading what people were saying in the comments, and people were like, well, he wasn't the greatest at it, and he was like the whole anti-violence thing. But I was like, I just don't know. Like, there's so many different ways he could have went.
I'm sure he had some input on it, but he didn't have much. It was all Yuji Korakado. So it was actually the guy that they showed after Okamura in this little presentation that they did. He's the one that I was telling you the other day was like really into Counter-Strike while he was in college growing up. So that's why MGO2 kind of feels like a third-person Counter-Strike. At least the gunplay in that game does, where you have to, you know, plant your feet and shoot. You can't really like strafe and shoot because it fucks up your spread. So like there's a lot of like CSGO's like spirit in MGO2, which is why I think a lot of people like it, because you have to hold down angles, you have to plant your feet and shoot. Just a lot of like Counter-Strike's DNA is in third-person form is in MGO2. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's just me being annoyed at this point, but I think I'd rather know MGO at this point than, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I like it. Maybe I like it. I don't know.
Like I said, your reaction is completely valid, because they really did bait a lot of people with that little tidbit. But what I saw with the camouflage thing, I said it looks like MGO, but it looks like hide and seek. I was like, I don't know.
You called it. Jay actually called it. Like literally word for word, she said hide and seek, and they even used that in the stream, right? I believe.
They did, and that's why I'm just like, and that's
you called it.
Like,
I should have listened to you. I should have listened to you.
Don't get too excited. I said, don't get excited until it's confirmed, because I knew that it's Konami. I hate to say it, it is Konami. They were going to pull some jank stuff at the end, but man, like I would have loved to had a current gen MGO. It would have been so fun to play with you all. Like, it would have been such an experience. Like MGO2 was already an experience, and I still haven't had a chance to play MGO1. Maybe we can play it today, because I think they're going to try to play it. Aren't they trying to like do like a server today or something? I think
so. Well, they're putting MGO1 up. Somebody's being nice enough to like hosting. I forgot who it was. It's shit. I know this person on Solid Swiss. That's who it is. Is going to host on MGO1. So yeah, they're going to be doing that all day. And then if you guys want to hop on MGO2, I probably can after I get some work done. But yeah, the last thing I'll say is that I'm remaining optimistic. Like I'll play it. I played fucking MGO3 and I played Survive. I said that during my stream. I gave Survive a chance, so I can't be a hypocrite and not give this a chance. But yeah, like initial thoughts, knee-jerk reaction. I'm disappointed. That's how I'll end it, because I don't want to be ranty. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it. But
absolutely it's disappointing. But I mean, like I said, your reaction is valid. People in chat's reaction is completely valid. Like we grew up playing MGO, more so you all more than I did, but I did have the experience playing MGO2 when it was first live, and it was fun. But it just would have been so much better to get something in 2025 that was MGO that could bring new fans into the experience of why we love playing MGO.
Exactly.
Konami low-key dropped the ball, and I mean Fox Hunt, we don't know what Fox Hunt could be. It could be fun, it could not be fun, we don't know yet. But the only thing we do is play it. But a lot of people are upset on Twitter right now.
Yeah, I bet. I'm gonna check it out right now. All right, I'm gonna head off of Discord, and then I'm gonna end my stream and get some stuff done. But thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you in a bit.
Of course, take care.
All right, take it easy. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you guys in chat for just a bit more while we let this shit play. And like I said, at the moment, I'm kind of feeling maybe making like an update video. I'm sure a million people are going to. They're already working on it now, so I'll probably be a little late. So expect that. The update video is obviously going to be everything that they showed, which wasn't too much, but they did show some cool footage of Snake versus Bomberman. I actually really want to play that. I don't have an Xbox, so I don't know. Maybe I'll try to finesse one by the time it comes out, because I do want to try that mode out. The other thing that they showed was a little more Snake versus Monkey. And then obviously the big one was Fox Hunt, as you're seeing here. But I'll try not to rant anymore. You guys all know I'm kind of disappointed at the moment. Not so much in the mode, to be honest with you guys. It's mostly the way that they announced it, the way that they chose to talk about it during the stream. Kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because it just seems like pussyfooting in a lot of ways. Like, it's like, you know, we're gonna give you MGO, but it's not MGO because MGO is just basically not compatible with gaming nowadays. And it's just like, I don't need to say it again. I don't agree with that sentiment, but yeah, I'm glad you guys were here. I mean, that definitely softened the blow, is talking to you guys and all of that. Kind of disappointed we didn't get a Master Collection 2 tease either, but honestly, going into it, I didn't expect that. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I did not expect Master Collection Volume 2 announcement yet. I don't think we'll hear about the Master Collection until probably winter, fall at the earliest. Well after Delta's out and they've done their marketing for that and they've done everything for that. I maybe we'll get a little tease of it, a hint of what's coming. But so in that regard, I guess I'm disappointed, but I'm not super disappointed because I really didn't expect it. So what do you guys think? I appreciate that, Trey. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are here. This was definitely a fun stream because you guys were here. Other than that, I'm keep saying it and I'm sorry for repeating myself, but I'm very disappointed right now. Reminder though, for those of you guys who are still here, they're gonna have a Hotline production video on the official Konami channel. So on the one that we're on right now, that I'm watching right now, this is gonna be the 3rd iteration of that. And usually in these videos, they go more in depth with what they've shown recently. So fully expect more Snake vs. Bomberman footage, more Snake vs. Monkey footage, and maybe some more, I almost said MGO, Fox Hunt footage tomorrow. I won't be streaming it live, and it's not a stream, it's already a pre-produced edited video that they just throw up. If you guys have seen the other ones, you know what's coming. I'm not going to stream that. I'm not going to react to that live. I'll probably just make another update video tomorrow to go along with this one. And then the main video that I want to make is obviously my thoughts on all of this. Their comments on MGO, Fox Hunt overall, all that good stuff. So expect at least 2 videos today. I'll probably make the update video first since it won't be a very long video. And then the other one, I'll just throw some MGO footage up of me playing with friends or whatever, and then talk about my thoughts. But appreciate you guys being here, seriously. Yeah, I know, right? I'm kind of thinking I should skip the update video and just wait till tomorrow, right, Clarissa? Because, yeah, I don't really want to, like... I'm not in the mood to make it right now either. I would just make it to make it. So maybe I just skip that and make the update video tomorrow where there's more substantial updates. And just work on the MGO video because, like, I don't want to forget how I'm feeling right now. You know, I don't want to give myself time to like calm down and then see things rationally. I want a knee-jerk reaction. But no, in all seriousness, the main video that I wanted to make is the Metal Gear Online video. And those videos never do well because a lot of people don't give a shit about MGO, but I do. So I do want to make a video, but you should, man. Resigned. If you have that feeling to make a video, you should make a video, man. They give us boss rush mode. They didn't talk about that. They're giving us secret theater, which is cool, but no boss rush mode. Just do a 20-second video. There's no Metal Gear Online. How could they? Oh, man. To be honest, there's less gameplay in MGO games than MGS4 when you include communities. No, there's way more gameplay in MGO. What do you mean? And more was Fox Hunt. Yep. Once again, they played us like a damn fiddle. Yes, they did. I recommend everyone comment on all Konami channels. Let them know you want MGO back. At this point, man, I don't know. Here's the thing about that. Like, yeah, usually I'm like the poster boy for like making your voice heard and like making sure that you guys give respectful feedback, right? It could be passionate, but always be respectful, in my opinion. I'm usually the first person that's like, yeah, go do that. Go do it on Twitter or Facebook or wherever, you know, YouTube comments, whatever, but be respectful about it. This time, there's no point. They knew we wanted MGO. Here's the thing, and I'm going to say this in the video. They knew we wanted MGO. That's the sole reason Fox Hunt exists. They didn't make Fox Hunt because like they were passionate about making an extra mode for Delt. They made it because they knew we wanted MGO. But as often happens with, especially, and I hate to sound even like remotely racist. I'm not at all when it comes to that, you know, what I'm about to say. It's not about racism at all, but like Japanese developers traditionally, and not all of them, but generally and traditionally, all think they know way better than the players. It's just a fact. You guys are players. What the hell do you know about making a game or a game mode or an online game mode or a single? What do you know? You're a player. You don't know anything. You're the end user. You don't know what you even want. Shit, not even Japanese developers. Look at Blizzard with Classic WoW. Before Classic WoW came out, you think you do, but you don't. Nobody wants Classic WoW. That's antiquated. That's 20 years ago. Nobody's playing these classic games. It doesn't, what did they say? It doesn't fit into the current gaming landscape. What happened? Blizzard ate their words. They re-released Classic WoW, and it exploded. It single-handedly saved World of Warcraft, right? Same thing is happening here with this Fox Hunt shit. Like, oh, MGO is a thing of the past. Like, we know you guys wanted it. Who wants MGO? That's whack. Like, MGO sucks. Like, it doesn't fit in the gaming landscape. What are you, crazy? You guys don't know what you want. So we made Fox Hunt. And it fits into the gaming conventions of nowadays. It's much more, you know, updated, even though it's literally just a mode that already was included in MGO. Like, here, we know better than you guys. We know way better than you guys. You guys don't know what you want. That's why I was so mad. That's basically what they told us. That's basically why this exists. Because they knew we wanted MGO, but do we really want MGO? No. You guys want something that's more up to date. Yeah, we still got save MGO. That's true. They said another and more? Oh, yeah, I guess then we're getting boss rush mode, which is cool. If they include Secret Theater, that means we'll get our first look at Raiden. Well, our first look at Raiden is actually Rykov, right? Technically. At this point, I would rather Snake Tales than not multiplayer. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Leave it to the MGS community to get their hopes up, then blame Konami for trying something new. When they do something new, it's fuck Konami. No, I'm not mad that they're doing something new. I'm mad that they're not doing something new, because Fox Hunt Solo Knives is not new. It's Team Sneak. So they're giving us Team Sneak, just a shittier version from what we've seen. Again, we haven't seen gameplay. It's just from what we've seen and how they've talked about it, it's Team Sneak. So it's like, if you're giving us Team Sneak, why can't you give us TDM and Capture and all the other modes? Do you see what I mean? Like, they're not giving us anything new. This isn't Metal Gear Solid 3 Battle Royale. This isn't Metal Gear Solid 3 extraction shooter a la Tarkov. This is literally MGO Light. It's a worse MGO. That's the problem. They're not trying something new. This is Team Sneak, just worse. This is MGO, just worse. That's what I'm saying. This is not something new. This is not a new mode, like, at all. What they said pissed me off. It pissed me off too, man. Like, it's like, what are you talking about? Like you guys at Konami know what being current and hip means. You guys don't know shit. Like, what are you talking about? You are just now winning back your name. You are just now winning back your name in the video game industry from all these years of, and I never was this person. I never said fuck Konami once. I'm still not going to say it, because I'm hopeful that what's happening now would happen, and that's that they turned it around with Silent Hill 2 remake. They're turning it around and giving us all this shit in Delta. I even said I'm open to trying Fox Hunt. I just don't like how they talked about MGO. I don't like it. Like, it screams tone deaf to me. You know what I mean? And again, they knew. They even fucking said it in the video. They themselves said it. They said the first thing that you think about when you think about Metal Gear Solid Online is MGO. And they knew that. And they knew that during the entire development of Fox Hunt. They knew that the entire development of Delta. There was an interview back in 2023 where they were asked about MGO, and they said no comment. That's how far back they knew that we were interested in this and wanted this. Then they included it in the production hotline video. Please give us feedback, including these things. Those things, one of those things was MGO. And I guarantee a lot of the Japanese crowd and a lot of the Western crowd gave the feedback of, we want MGO. We miss MGO. MGS3 first introduced MGO. Please give us MGO. And what did they do? They said, MGO? That's so old. No one wants that. Here's Team Sneak. Okay. Huh? So you want to follow the industry trends, but you make the most niche mode. The main mode. You make the most niche mode, the most Metal Gear mode, the main Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Am I crazy here? Like what? Make it make sense. I could understand if Fox Hunt was literally just MG like TDM, because that appeals to way more broad of a fan base, right? If they showed Fox Hunt and it was literally just Cap or TDM, you could show it to like fucking Shroud or people that watch all these FPS gamers or BR gamers or extraction shooter gamers, and it'd be like, that looks kind of cool. A Metal Gear dedicated online competitive third-person shooter. Huh. Maybe I'll try it. Oh, it's free with Delta? Oh, let me try it out. That's cool. You know, maybe they'd get Shroud to play it. Maybe they'd get all these people to play it, right? And like, and try it out. And then that would spark so many people to try it out. But you're making this such a niche thing, while also in the same breath saying, we want this to appeal to more people because MGO doesn't appeal to the greater gaming. Huh? What are you saying? Like, you're so out of touch. It doesn't make any sense at all. Like, what? There are a lot of fans, MGS fans, that hate. I don't care about the Reddit community. Are you kidding me? Reddit doesn't even know what they're talking about half the time. Like if you're looking for like good discussion on Reddit, you're looking at the wrong place. I'm gonna tell you right now. You're not crazy. They literally make no sense showing us a more basic team sneak. Fox Hunt is Metal Gear Battle Royale. How is it Metal Gear Battle Royale? They didn't mention Battle Royale at all. It's literally team sneak. If you can't tell that's team sneak, then you don't know MGO. Sorry, to put it bluntly. If you don't know team sneak, if you don't see team sneak when you watch this gameplay, you don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. Sorry, bud. You don't know Metal Gear Online. You've watched one video and never played it yourself. Because this is literally Team Sneak Lite. That's what this is. Team Sneak Lite. Which is just so funny. Team Sneak is such a niche mode that it's like, who is this going to appeal to? Metal Gear fans, sure. But we were going to play MGO anyway. You're going to tell me you're going to show this to some competitive third-person shooter player or Apex Legend player or PUBG player or Warzone player? Because that's what we're trying for, right, guys? Is something more contemporary, right? We're trying to make this more contemporary because MGO is just too boomer. But you're picking the most niche mode with the slowest gameplay. Huh? Okay. Mike Shinoda, when are you dropping the next album? Dude, I would have been happy with an extraction mode. Me too. I would have been happy with a battle royale or an extraction shooter more than this. Not even memeing right now. I would have been happier with Metal Gear Online BR or Metal Gear Online extraction shooter, because an extraction shooter I can kind of see, right? It's slower, it's methodical, it's tactical. You still get that element of stealth and tension and hiding, and you know, you drop in with like, maybe you drop in with your AK this time because you're feeling a little crazy. Maybe you lost your last loadout, so you go in with just the Mark 22 or the Woo pistol now because it doesn't look like the Mark 22, and you try to make do with what you can. You bring back the Keraton, maybe that gives you money, maybe that gives you currency, and then you can buy stuff and armor yourself, and that I can see because it's kind of in the same realm as tactical, shootery, stealthy Metal Gear game, right? This is literally, from what we've seen, again, I want to reiterate because I might eat my words tomorrow if they show more. From what we've seen so far is literally just Team Sneak Lite. That's all it is. So I'm going to play it. I'm going to try it. Am I going to stick with it? I don't know. If there's no competitive playlist, if the only option is this little hide and seek gameplay, like I love Team Sneak. I love CQC and MGO2. I love scanning people in MGO2. It's not that I don't like that slower, more methodical, sneaky, stealthy gameplay. It's just that, like, why are we making this and not fleshing it out? And in the same breath, pretty much putting down MGO and our desire for MGO. Like, right, yeah, that's a good point. MGO3 was already this sort of train of thought, right? And it was Kojima. Again, I'm sorry to take Kojima down from his pedestal for some of you guys, because some of you guys just exalt him, right? In every way, he's all knowing, he's omnipotent, he's everything, right? To you guys, but Kojima was actually the one that fucked up MGO3. Just in case you guys don't know the lore here, Kojima wanted an MGO for TPP. He wanted a new MGO, but he said, MGO2 didn't really resonate with Western players. Complete lie, by the way. Completely out of touch, by the way, because it absolutely did. But he said, MGO2 didn't resonate with players. What can we do? Let's send it to a Western studio. Western studios know how to do shooty games, right? They make Call of Duty, right? Let's give it to a Western studio because that's what everybody wants. A westernized Metal Gear Online. We don't want any of that Japanese charm with the, S to F ranks or the animal ranks or GP or any of that stuff. We don't like that at all in the West. So yeah, let's send it to let's start an LA studio. Let's give it to them who have never worked on MGO before, and then let's give them free reign. And what happened was, and this is all true, it's been verified by multiple people that have worked at Kojima Productions LA. I'm not making this up. What ended up happening was what they made initially was too ambitious, and two, it was Kojima stopped by a couple times to see the progress, and he didn't love what they were making. So every time they had to remake what they were making until what they ended up with resembled a little bit more what MGO was supposed to be, which was a tactical online shooter, because it didn't start off that way. Metal Gear Online 3 didn't start off that way. So they had to scrap together an online shooter, and that's what we got. And you can tell it was kind of like scrapped together because they had all these other ideas. Here you go. So that's why it felt so disjointed and so different from the other MGOs, was because of that. But my whole reason for explaining this is because they already followed that train of thought of like, oh, Metal Gear Online is too niche. Metal Gear Online doesn't catch on with the Western audiences. Nobody's playing Metal Gear Online, and they blame it on all these things that aren't the main problem. Do you guys want me to tell you what the main problem for nobody playing MGO is, for it not having a huge fan base? I'll tell you right now. I'll reveal the secret right now. They don't market it. They don't support it. They don't put it in the forefront. That's why nobody plays MGO. It's not because it's too niche, guys. It's too boomer. It's too weird. It's because they don't market it. They don't market it because obviously the forefront of Metal Gear is the single player. Everybody wants to play Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake and watch the cutscenes and watch Snake take on the boss and CQC each other and blah, blah, blah. I get it. That's why people come to Metal Gear. I get it. But there's no reason why you can't share the platform with MGO. You know what I mean? You can still have your single player game, your single player experience, your narrative based experience, and also showcase, hey, we have this dope ass multiplayer game for once you beat the story mode, once you platinum the game, once you've done everything there is to do in single player, you can hop on here, you can shit on your friends, you can CQC them. It's the expanded controls from that from the single player, and then you can test your skill with them online against your friends. I don't understand why it's so hard, why it's like, we got to keep MGO under wraps because we're going to detract from our single player experience. That's our main focus. And it's like, sure, but why are you hiding MGO? They did the same thing with MGO3. They didn't show MGO3 until like fucking the same year that TPP was coming out. And we had years and years of Phantom Pain trailers and Phantom Pain blah, 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 blah hype, but they didn't show MGO3 until literally like a few months before release. It's like, and then they wonder like, why is nobody playing this? Like, makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. No sense, but whatever. At least we're getting something, right? I can't be too upset. At least we're getting something. I'll try this mode. Hopefully there's a competitive mode that I can grind, that I can... I said this earlier as a joke, but I mean it. Like, hopefully the idea of creating private lobbies and inviting friends isn't too boomer of an idea. Hopefully there's still dedicated servers we can make, because I don't know if that might be too new or too old. That might be too old for the new gaming landscape. I don't know. I don't know if I'll even be able to play with you guys in chat. Maybe if we all press auto matching at the same time, we'll be in the same lobby, but we'll see. Maybe, hopefully I can play with you guys. But either way, I'm going to try it, see what happens. Can't be worse than MGO3, so. Some people, MGS, even outside of Reddit, have always been like it ruins MGS. I don't get that mentality at all. I don't get that mentality at all. Maybe it's because I grew up during the era that I did, but like every fucking game in the like late 2000s, in the early aughts or whatever they call them, right, had a fucking shitty multiplayer component attached to them, and that made sense to me. It was like, oh, I beat Uncharted 2. Now I can hop online and shit on kids online because I'm so good at the single player. Oh, MGS3 has an online multiplayer component. Nice. I can play Snake versus Monkey. I can play boss duel mode, and once I get my fill of that, I can go try to shit on people online. Same thing with MGS4. Same thing with Killzone. Same thing with every game under the sun. Like, it's just like, I know the gaming landscape has changed and you can't take those risks anymore, but then just don't make Fox Hunt. Just develop a standalone MGO in the back. If you want to bring back MGO in any capacity, which is what Fox Hunt is, just don't even make Fox Hunt. Develop it alongside, because I'm sure it's a different team. Develop it alongside the inevitable MGS1 remake, which is happening. If you don't think an MGS1 remake is happening, you have your head in the sand. It's happening. I don't know when, but it will. Just develop it alongside, and when that releases, drop MGO, a full-fledged MGO. Done. I could wait a couple more years for MGO. I could. I have save MGO. MGO 3 is always there if you're a masochist, and MGO 1's always there as well on save MGO. I can wait a few more years. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Hop on MGS5 online. It looks better than MGO 3, but that's not a very high bar to pass. Yeah. They won't have text. Yeah, no, there's no. Expect bare bones shit. Maybe the gameplay's fun. I don't want to shit on the gameplay because I haven't really seen it. And if it's borrowing from the modern controls of Delta, I'm sure it's going to be fine. I'm not worried about the gameplay. I'm just worried about, or I'm not even worried about anything. I'm just more peeved. I'm more annoyed at the way that this was unveiled and at the sort of verbiage and wordage that they used to describe their reasoning or lack thereof of making this mode and rebranding MGO into this. That's my main problem with all of this. This mode might be fine. We might have tons of fun. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to push anybody away from trying this mode. I'm going to try it. I played fucking Metal Gear Survive. I keep saying it. I give everything a chance. I just don't like the way that they communicated this. They teased this reveal, and that the way that they said that, you know, we know what you guys want when you think of Metal Gear Solid Online. We know you go straight. There we go. Right, this part right here. You go right to MGO. They show MGO 1 footage. They show MGO 2 footage. Hell, they even show MGO 3 footage and said, we know you guys want this, but you want this? Nope. Fox Hunt. It's like, if you knew we wanted this, why are you changing it? And I don't buy this whole like, oh, the gaming landscape has changed. If that literally is their reasoning, these are the most and I don't usually say this, these are the most out of touch, tone deaf, incompetent devs I've ever seen. If that's legitimately their reasoning, and they're not just bullshitting us, giving us some like PR pre-written bullshit chat GPT excuse, then they are even more tone deaf than I thought. The Discord or the actual site? I'm sorry, guys. I don't like being ranty like this usually, but exactly, resigned. Exactly. Do you know how many people that I haven't heard from in years were like, dude, we're hopping back on for fucking for the Gears of War multiplayer coming out again. It's so out of touch. Those games are coming back. That's what people want. People are burned out of all these extraction, looter, shooter, fucking jet fuel, goddamn G Fuel, Mountain Dew infused games. They want slower, methodical, well thought out gameplay. Why do you think Tarkov is so big right now? Why do you think the industry trend is extraction shooters now? Because nobody wants to do that high octane fucking building. Like it was fun in like 2016, 2017, 2018, all the way through COVID, and now people are like, I just want a shoot. Like, look at Valorant. Valorant has skills and stuff, but Valorant is obviously Counter-Strike inspired, and Counter-Strike is still going strong. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, if you guys want to play MGO, a real MGO, go to savemgo.com. I mean, I've linked them a million times. I might even have a command. I don't know if my command is still there. I don't think it is, actually, because my Nightbot, I had to redo my Nightbot commands. But yeah, I've streamed it, and I've advocated for you guys. Go check out Save MGO. Like, If you haven't already, if you have a decent PC, if you have custom firmware running on your PS3, you can play MGO2 and MGO1. There's a lot more of a community on MGO2, obviously, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I know Yuji Korakado. We were speaking about that earlier. Yuji Korakado and Tom Sakine, I forgot how to say his name. They both used to play Counter-Strike growing up in college and stuff. I actually said that earlier this stream and last stream. It's just something special. And here's the thing, you guys. Like, I'm not even asking for MGO2 again. Like, that game was like lightning in a bottle for a lot of us. I don't think we'll ever see that again, or a game that reaches that sort of standard that we've set for it, right? I'm not even asking for that. Honestly, wholeheartedly, I wasn't even asking that or expecting that, especially after MGO3, right? But the thing, and I keep saying this, and I will forever say this, I don't care that they made Fox Hunt. I don't. I just don't like how this was unveiled to us and the way that they kind of talked about MGO. Because there's no reason why this couldn't just be Metal Gear Online, and it could have just launched with this little mode that they made. Name it something different. Sneaking mode's already taken, but I don't know. Call it whatever. Call it the new Team Sneak. Just use Team Sneak, right? Camo Sneak, something. And then use this as a platform. That, like, if you still think that's what they're going to do, I think you're wrong. And I might be wrong, but the way that they spoke, and we can watch this again. Why don't we fucking actually watch it with audio again so you guys can hear it? The sort of proof that that MGO is just basically dead to them. That they basically think that it's pointless to remake it, or pointless to make a new one.
They'll be secretly carried by enemy soldiers, so try to track.
Why is this shit in German, bro? I mean, I speak German, but
DLC pack contains unique uniforms with special appearances and effects. In-game, the player can also find and enjoy secret and specialized items, weapons, and uniforms to use and enjoy in infiltration situations.
What up, Senator Shane? How you doing, man? Oh yeah, this doesn't take away my excitement for Delta. I'm pumped. I'm stoked. Partially, I mean, before this starts, I do want to say that partially it is on me for getting excited and giving them the benefit of the doubt. I am the poster boy for, like, Konami and giving them second and third and fourth and fifth chances. Like, I'll admit it, you know. Maybe I go overboard sometimes in my positivity and my you know, ability to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I keep saying it, but the way that they unveiled this, all signs were pointing to a traditional MGO that we all wanted and they knew we wanted. That's my problem. If the crux of all of this is that they knew we wanted it, they developed something reminiscent of it, but they didn't give us what we wanted. That's the problem. It's exactly like Blizzard. We know you guys want classic WoW, but we know more than you, because you guys are just stupid gamers. You guys are just dumb gamers. You don't know what you want. Classic World of Warcraft from 20 years ago. You want that? Pfft, you're stupid. Why would you want that? Why would you want that? You know, it's not like the game was a massive phenomenon back in the early 2000s. It comes out, it shits on retail WoW, and it single-handedly saves World of Warcraft during the one of the lowest points. And I'm not comparing World of Warcraft to fucking MGO. It's way more niche, but it's the same sentiment. You know what I'm saying? It's the same sort of sentiment. I don't like when developers talk like that. I don't, because you don't know shit. You make the fucking game. You don't know how we feel. You know? Just shut the fuck up and code and listen to what we want. Like,
online multiplayer mode.
It's not that hard.
It shares the same world with Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. The gameplay is completely different. When we say Metal Gear multiplayer, many fans will probably think of
When we say Metal Gear multiplayer, many fans will think of Metal Gear Online. I wonder why. Why would we think that, guys? Why would we think that? I wonder why.
Metal Gear Online, but Fox Hunt will be its own new type of mode.
There you go. Fox Hunt, for those of you guys who still believe this is Copium MGO, Fox Hunt will be its own type of mode. Singular mode. Not platform, not mode. It's one mode.
We very much appreciate all the longtime fans of MGO who have always wanted to see it make a comeback, but the landscape of multiplayer games has changed a lot since MGO.
So out of touch.
It took a lot of careful consideration to think about what a new online mode should look like.
Well, you guys fucked up. I don't know who was at those meetings, but if this is what you came up with, I don't know, boys. I'll be honest with you. If you sat there for months and were like, these fans want MGO. We know they want MGO. They're passionate about MGO. We're going to do MGO again. But how can we do it differently? Let's sit there and think. Oh, I've got it. Let's make MGO one mode, and let's make that one mode Team Sneak, but shitty. Genius. We figured it out. That concludes our meeting. That's basically what happened.
Based on the iconic stealth and survival elements in the Metal Gear series, we are taking camouflage and hide and go seek to the next level.
Are you though?
Ourselves to make something unique that is more than just a shootout. We've used that back and forth tension of staying hidden or searching out the enemy to create
that was the pitch we love Call of Duty, which is fire. Prop hunt mode is hilarious, but how long is hilarious gonna grip players? Is that what they're going for? Just like, haha, that was fun. All right, guys, we did 3 rounds of fox hunt, and that was fun, and yeah, all right. That's what they want. They want us just to fizzle out, because realistically, if there's no sort of competitive oomph behind it, for lack of a better term, like, why waste all this development time making this? Exactly, Mallow. That's what I said earlier. Fine. Gaming has changed. I'm a boomer. I know it. I'm old school. I have these old school, right? Like, you know, when I think of making a game, I have old school gaming conventions, right? Because I grew up at the time that I did, and I'm so fucking thankful that I grew up when I did, right? And I'm not a kid now, right? Growing up with the games that we have now, but there's a reason why we like these old games. Again, I keep using classic World of Warcraft, that these new games can't give us experiences that we cannot get if you hop onto retail WoW compared to classic WoW. And I get that they're basically 2 completely different games, right? I get that gaming has changed. We're not stuck back here in classic WoW anymore. We're not stuck back here in 2004. I get it. I get that. Trust me. I'm not trying to say make MGO 1 again. I'm not trying to say make MGO 2 again. What I wanted was a Metal Gear Online fully fleshed out with controls that follow today's gaming conventions, which here's the thing about MGO2, for those of you guys who haven't played, there's still some jank in there. Like, instead of aiming with the triggers like you do nowadays, you aim with L1 and R1 in MGO2, which is, I don't care. It's like so ingrained in my DNA now that I don't even think about it, right? But like, there's some other shit, like going into first person, you have to hold triangle and then you press the D-pad left and right to like do the little dance, right? There's some control jank. There's definitely things they could improve from MGO2. The main one, the main offender in MGO2 is the netcode. And you can't tell me that the netcode and servers and all of that hasn't improved in the last, 17 years now? I think it is, on the dot. Or no, it's even yeah, it's 17 years, right? So that's what we need improved, because there is jank. Like, when you throw a grenade in MGO2 sometimes, like, people get knocked back from the grenade, they appear here for you, but they're actually fucking over here. You know what I mean? They're like 50 feet away or something. So it's like, MGO2 isn't a perfect game. All that most of us were asking was to use that as the base, the platform, the blueprint for a new and improved MGO. And the thing is, they had the blueprint of MGO2 gameplay wise, and then they had the blueprint of MGO1 if they want to make it Snake Eater themed, right? They could have adapted Kill House, right? Kill House A is basically Bloodbath, but if you want to be old school with it, you can bring back Kill House. Ghost Factory is a fire-ass map, right? And then we have fucking City Under Siege /UU, which is one of the most recognized and beloved maps. And we also have fucking Browntown and Coppertown Conflict, which is another, my personal favorite map is CC and Browntown. They already have the blueprint of maps. They just have to make them look prettier, and the game has to actually have a netcode that isn't held together by string, chewing gum, and a straw. You know what I mean? That's all we wanted. You don't have to reinvent the wheel to fit, like, today's gaming conventions. It makes no sense. And if you were going to do that, then go nuts with it. Make a BR, like you guys are saying. Make a battle royale. Make an extraction shooter. Like, do something. You know what I mean? An extraction shooter would work so fucking well with Metal Gear. Just imagine you can drop in with like maybe one other person, and you go in there and you try to like just like Tarkov, right? Like Tarkov light, like a Metal Gear skinned Tarkov. It would work so well because you can still sneak around, you can still extract stuff, you can get Fultoned away or something, even though I know the Fulton is after this, blah blah blah. But like you know what I'm saying? The vibe is there. The vibe is similar enough to where they could pull that off, I would think. But what they came up with, seemingly, until we see more, from what we've seen, all they did was make Team Sneak light, Metal Gear Online light. And it's like, this was the big idea, this was the big brainstorm that you guys came up with, like...
Those are all the details we can share with you for now, but we're working hard.
Honestly, I'd want that more resigned.
We plan to have more news on Fox Hunt in the future, so please stay tuned.
I'm honestly sick of games like Fortnite, Dead by Daylight, Overwatch, Live Survives, games that only exist so they can keep getting money from a tap.
Me too. Gary, thanks for the 5, dude. I a million percent agree with that sentiment. I'm just saying that I'd prefer that over this, because this is such a this is so close to Metal Gear Online that it's so annoying that it's not Metal Gear Online. I think that's what it is, right? Like, yeah, the words that they use and how they describe certain things is annoying, but I think also this is so fucking close to Metal Gear Online that it's like, why? What's with the rebranding? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Maybe we're all missing something. Maybe once they show more off, we'll get it. But it's like, this was so unnecessary. If they didn't have enough time to make a fully fledged MGO, they could have just told us, hey, we're working on it. Right now, we have Team Sneak. We have Team Sneak made, guys. This is Team Sneak. We have Team Sneak made. We changed it a little. We didn't think that stealth camouflage would really work with our vision of Team Sneak, so we made this. Hey, I respect it. I like original Team Sneak, but yeah, fuck around and do something different with it. You know what I mean? I'm not opposed to change. Let's make it so instead of full stealth camo, you got octo camo-esque shit that changes with your environment. That's actually kind of cool. I like that. And they could have told us, hey, we have a beta. We only have one mode right now, and I don't think it's going to launch at the same time as Delta. But you know what? A month in, we're going to have TDM Cap and this new mode, Team Sneak, a.k.a. Fox Hunt. I'm down. I would have been, I would have liked to have seen a beta, because I think betas help a lot. Oh, who raided me? Did somebody raid me? I didn't see my Twitch here. Oh, Adam, of course, my boy Adam. What up, Adam? How you doing? Sorry, we're just ranting here today, man. Appreciate the raid, dude. Welcome in. Everybody who joined me for the raid, today is a unique day because I am on one of my rants. But welcome in. So, as I was saying, Adam, you caught me at the perfect time. And Adam, if you want to hop on Discord for a bit, I don't know if you have time, dude, but I'd be down to talk to you for like 5-10 minutes if you could, really quickly, dude, to get your thoughts on it. I want to finish the statement I was saying, though. Like, if they told us it would come out a month or even 2 or even 3 months after release, totally fine with that. MGO4 came out a month and some change after TPP, so I was able to platinum the game, talk about it, enjoy it at my own pace. I didn't have to worry about rushing through the Phantom Pain, and then so I could hop on MGO, because obviously MGO was my focus after the story. So it'd be perfect. I could make my guides for Foxhound rank, for single player. I can show off whatever, right? Gameplay. I could do speedrun challenges, blah, 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 blah. And then at that point, when it's kind of run its course, then MGO is there to back us up, 3, 2, whatever, a month after release. That would have been perfect for me, selfishly, as a content creator. But instead, I don't know. Oh, I was just saying, if you could hop on Discord, if you're around to hop on Discord for like 5 minutes, I just want to get your initial thoughts. If not, that's fine. We'll link up some other time, dude. No worries. Yeah, that's completely fair. Solo. I just usually you guys who have been around a while know that I'm not the biggest, knee-jerk reaction person. I'm usually the guy that's like, let's wait. When Survive was announced, I was like, let's wait. I didn't get pissed off. I was like, let's see what it is. Let me actually play it. That's usually me. But like, MGO means a lot to me. It does. Like, Metal Gear means a lot to me, but Metal Gear Online specifically means like a just as much, if not more. And I know it's crazy for a lot of you guys to hear that Metal Gear Online would mean more to me than even like legendary games like MGS1, 2. Like, it's right up there with them, man. Like, you guys don't understand. I would cut class when there would be like an MGO update or just to play. You know what I mean? Like I would get fucking anxious when I would hear the goddamn survival music when we would pre-register our teams for tournament. You know what I mean? Like the game was one of my first like online competitive shooter experiences on console, obviously. And like, and it's just been downhill ever since. Nothing's ever matched it, man. Like nothing has ever matched Metal Gear Online 2 for me. And I played a little bit of MGO1 and I liked it, but I was a kid at that point, and you know, it was kind of janky and like online connectivity wasn't the best yet, and it was pretty bare bones compared to MGO2. But like when MGO2, I have well over 5,000 hours on that game easily, if not more. Easily. Every time somebody would stop playing, I'd ask them for their account for me. I had like 5 accounts going, man. Like I love that game. That game means a lot to me. Metal Gear Online in general means a lot to me. Even MGO3, for as like not amazing as it was, like I met Adam and so many of my MGO friends that I've known for 10 years now. 10 years now. And even on MGO2, there's people that I still talk to on Twitter that I've kept up with over the years that I met when I was 14 years old, 15 years old, and I still talk to them. And I met them because of MGO. Like the game means a lot to me, so it's kind of hard not to just like, I don't know. It's rough. All right, hopping on. Yo, what up, man? Can you hear me all right?
Hey, what's going on?
How's it going, dude? So what are your thoughts?
So, my knee-jerk reaction, you're just talking about knee-jerk reactions. My first reaction was, oh, fuck, rip MGO, right?
Yeah.
Like, they went to some effort in that reveal to distinguish this from MGO. Like, this is not MGO.
Yeah.
And my knee-jerk reaction, like literally everything you were just saying about how much MGO means to you.
Yeah.
Like, I feel the exact same way. You know, I've
I know, 100%.
MGO since MGO1. You know.
Yeah.
So my first reaction was, oh, okay, well, MGO's dead then. I've had a little bit of time to soak on it now. Like I've just been streaming some MGO3 fun now, and I'm optimistic. I'm happy to see where it goes, see what they do with it.
Yeah.
Like, it could be fun. My main concern is that instead of this being like MGO, obviously, where you've got TDM, you've got Cap, you've got potentially Race or whatever, they seem to be focusing on one concept and one mode.
Right.
And I'm worried what the longevity of that is.
Exactly, yeah.
Like maybe they're going to have a couple of flavors of whatever this mode is, which is probably going to be something like Team Sneak, I guess.
Right.
It's going to be asymmetric, I'm assuming, or it's going to be like Stealth Deathmatch. There's going to be an all-on-all version and probably a team version that's likely going to be asymmetric, right? So I get what they're doing in that they want it to be Metal Gear. They want stealth and sneaking, but at the same time, I love the team battles.
Yeah, man.
You know, I love TDM, I love Cap, and I love the shooter aspect of it as well, not just the stealth stuff, which sounds weird because it's Metal Gear, right? But
yeah,
I've always loved that aspect of MGO as well. So, yeah, what are you thinking?
I mean, I think you put it beautifully. Like, my knee-jerk reaction was, I think you could honestly see that on screen when I was streaming. My disappointment was, like, you know, palpable at that point. You know, like when I saw the rebranding, I saw the traditional Metal Gear, you know, the silhouette of the guns, but then it said Fox Hunt. I was like already like, oh shit, you know, like this is not Metal Gear Online. What is this going to be? And then I was fine with it. You know, it looked interesting. The gameplay, it's basically, I keep branding it as Team Sneak Light, right? It basically looks like Team Sneak, just no stealth camouflage. But then when they started talking about, you know, how Metal Gear Online doesn't fit like the online gaming conventions of nowadays and all that, like,
I disagree.
Yeah, it's like I get the reasoning, the objective logical reasoning behind that. Yes, it's not a battle pass, you know, G Fuel riddled, crazy, twitchy shooter, or like, you know, anything of that realm. But what I was telling chat was that, like, okay, I get it. Maybe the traditional 6v6 TDM capture the flag formula, maybe that is a thing of the past. Maybe we are just boomers holding on to days past, right? But
yeah.
The industry trend right now, from what I've seen, I don't really keep up too much, is extraction shooters, a la Tarkov, things like that. It looks like a lot of indie devs are trying to sort of follow in the footsteps of Tarkov and try to make something of it. Even like Dr. Disrespect's game, whatever the hell that was an extraction shooter. There's a ton coming out now, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And that sort of like slow, methodical, tactical gameplay would fit the Metal Gear formula so fucking well, and it's a contemporary thing. It's in the cultural zeitgeist right now, right? Like people are playing it. There's a lot. You are the quintessential example. Prof, all these guys that play Tarkov that like these more like extraction shooter. Hell, you even play Warzone, right? You play the Warzone extraction shooter that they had. It kind of like there's that sort of vibe, right? There's that Metal Gear stealthy, tactical, sneaky vibe in those game modes where it's like about getting in and getting out. Why don't you make that? Why was that not in the meeting? If you want to make something more contemporary, if you want to appeal to a broader audience, if you want to appease the younger crowd or even the more tactical, stealthy crowd, why was that not in the? Maybe it was, and it just this idea, this fox hunt won out in the end. But I think there's a disconnect between. Obviously, there's a disconnect between the players and what the players wanted and the developers ended up making. But I think there's a disconnect in what these specific developers ended up making and the reasoning behind not making a full-fledged MGO. Does it make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's a sort of disconnect between like what they're saying and what the final result is, I guess what I'm trying to say.
Although saying that, Mike, we don't know really what that final result is going to look like, right? It could end up being an extraction type shooter. I'm literally just watching a stream now, Fox Hunt, and that got me thinking about another extraction shooter, like Hunt Showdown.
Oh, yeah, I saw you play that a couple times.
What you do is you have an objective in the middle of the map, so it's not... There's an objective, unlike Tarkov, where there's no specific objective, you're just doing your own thing on the map and then get out when you want. Hunt has an objective, so maybe the Keratin is the objective. Perhaps you go in, you've got to grab the Keratin and maybe get out with it, right?
Right.
Marks you on the map, obviously, so people know where you are. And then it's Fox Hunt, right? Like, you're being hunted down.
Right.
So maybe it is an extraction type shooter. It could be, right?
Could be. I mean, that would make more sense than... But again, going back to the communication, they've dragged the hell out of this for like years now. I was telling chat that like they didn't explicitly like outwardly say this, but they sort of like hinted at MGO as far back as when Delta first got announced, and they had an interview with IGN Japan, and IGN Japan, same thing we're saying. Hey, I loved MGO. Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence was the first brought the first iteration of Metal Gear Online. Can we expect to see something like that? And they said no comment, which again isn't outwardly explicitly saying MGO's happening, but very easy to say no, right? In that case, very easy to say, hey, we're focusing on Delta, remaking this game faithfully with today's engine and tools and gaming conventions is our focus, so maybe in the future. Very easy to say that as well, but they sort of put that out there. And since then, maybe it's on me, maybe it's on a lot of us that we got too hyped up, especially when they teased it, most especially when they teased it at the State of Play trailer. But I don't like the communication here, because we're sitting here guessing what this is. They explicitly told us
now.
Right, exactly. They told us,
they've shown like a minute of footage.
Exactly. They told us, hey, we know you guys want Metal Gear Online. That's what your brains automatically go to when any sort of online component is mentioned for Metal Gear, but we're doing something different. Okay, then show us, explain to us, because then you can't turn around and be upset at us when we have like my type of reaction. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can't get upset because it's like, I don't know. And I'm looking at this footage here. They have like some sort of like...
wanted to draw the line.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying in the footage, they have like some sort of like SOP function too, it looks like. Did you notice that?
I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, pause it right here so you can see it on my stream if you're still watching. It's like, I don't know what it is, but there seems to be like a kill feed, just like traditional Metal Gear. And then between it, there's like some like SOP. You see it?
Oh, I see it. I also noticed this red name killed red name there, so that implies all
deathmatch.
Against all, right?
Yeah. Like a deathmatch mode. There's a blue. Wait, there's blue, red, and then there's red, red. Friendly fire?
So maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's multiple teams or something, but there's like that where it's blue, red.
Yeah.
that to me, I didn't see that player kill anyone, so that suggests it's a team, right? Someone's on your team, they've just made a kill, but then there's also a red versus red, so
yeah,
perhaps it's multiple teams.
Well, there were three different factions in MGO1
system, or
yeah, true.
Yeah, could be multiple factions. I mean, that's the other thing. It's frustrating because we don't know enough about it yet. We can speculate till the cows come home.
Yeah,
we just don't know enough about it yet, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. That's the other problem is like, stop dragging it, man. Say that there's an online component to it. It's multiplayer. It's not MGO, but it's something different. What is with all the secrecy? You know, like I get drumming it up and hyping it up, but like at a certain point, it's like
MGO4
God, man.
Again, man.
Yeah, it really is. They showed two trailers for MGO3, and then we didn't see any gameplay until we actually played it ourselves.
The reason for that was because of the development issues behind the scenes,
and
we're close to launch now. The other thing as well is we're so close to launch. I would hope we got a beta test or something of this, so that they can take direction from the community instead of just launching it as like without any feedback on it. You know?
Right. They had a month-long, I think I was talking to you guys about this in Discord, but they had a month-long beta for MGO2, and that's so good. Is that like another antiquated thing that doesn't happen nowadays? Because I think it should, if it is antiquated, because those betas, I mean, that's where they learned a bunch of exploits, like the pump action shotgun in MGO2, how you could like cancel the animation with the box and stuff. Like all that stuff got discovered in the beta and was then fixed early on when the game launched. So it's like...
Yeah.
And like what you're saying, go ahead.
It's not just feedback like, oh, you need to change the direction of this mechanic or that mechanic. It's also things like that. It's exploits that players are no doubt going to find. It's little things that, let's say it comes out the day Delta comes out and then players get their hands on it. Yeah. This, you know, any issues that get found won't be fixed until a month later. And the game's a month old at that point. If they do a beta test, players get the chance to find those bugs and bad mechanics that need tweaking, and that can be ready for launch. And then the mode is in that much better state at launch. You know what I mean? If they were to do a test.
Yeah, I completely agree.
This isn't like, oh, do a beta test so that we can slate it, and then you have to go back to the drawing board and fix everything and make it MGO4. This is just, it's a good idea for them to test this on a wide scale first, I mean, so that it's in the best state it can be at launch, to retain the most players at launch. Yeah, I agree. I know I'm having like a negative, like knee-jerk reaction right now. Again, it's mostly because I mean, you know me, I'm passionate about MGO just as passionate as I am about MGS, but like I'm really hoping they're not so tone deaf that they don't show more tomorrow. That would piss me off. Because they're at 4 a.m. my time, they're doing the hotline production shit, which is usually an hour long. If they don't show more of this mode, then they've just completely lost the script at that point. Because like this was a big deal for a lot of people. This was a huge deal for a lot of people, and the fact that they showed maybe like 30 seconds of footage cumulatively is kind of annoying. After all this like and more business, it's like, can you explain the mode to us? Can you not just show us through the developers developing the game? I want to see gameplay of it, and that's not just 2 seconds long. You know, I want this explained to me. The reasoning behind making it, the reason why you haven't made a full-on MGO, like what the mode is like. Can we play with friends? Is it just strictly auto matching that throws you into a match? Is there teams? Is it single player? Is it just purely deathmatch? Is it an extraction shooter like you're speculating? Like, they have to explain all this tomorrow. Yeah, just give us the cliff notes. What's it about? What's the crack? And then, you know, we can either get excited for it or not, you know? Yeah. We can either play it or, I mean, we're gonna play it. We're gonna play it for sure. Yeah, we're gonna play the shit out of it, but like, are we gonna like it? I don't know. We get in, you know? Yeah. Exactly, yeah. But I think it's like, I've had a bit of time to mull it over and talk about it with Chan and stuff. I'm just excited they're doing something multiplayer at this point. You know, I almost said I didn't want it if it wasn't MGO, to be honest with you, because it's such a tease. It's like giving us MGO, but it's only TeamSpeak. You know what I mean? And you're just sitting there like, I love TeamSpeak, but goddamn, dude, like I said when I jumped into the call, I don't want them to put too many eggs into the one game mode basket. Yeah. The good thing about MGO was it had a variety of stuff that you could do. It was a base, and you know, whether you're playing, you know, capture, rescue, team sneak and deathmatch, TD, basic TDM. Like you've got all of this stuff, and it caters to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Actually, the fact that it's not going to have multiple modes, just thinking about it, does tell me that it's going to be something. How do I articulate this? I think it might end up being something like an extraction shooter or a battle royale or a whole other genre as opposed to team-based shooter.
Yeah. Why don't they just come out and say that though? Just...
Yeah.
Oh man. Sorry, I cut you off. What were you saying? Because what?
No, just pretty much that. To me, it's gonna be not a take on. If I was a betting man, I would say it's not just gonna be straight up team sneak. I think there's gonna be a twist to it, whether that twist is taken from extraction shooters or battle royale or whatever it is. It's not gonna be a straight, third-person shooter that we're used to with all those kinds of game modes. It's gonna be a twist on something else, I think.
Here's the thing, though. Like, what's stopping us from just trying to get into that? Because I'm sure they made MGO2 thinking it'd be like... I mean, you've seen the fucking trailer to MGO2 plenty of times, I'm sure, Adam. Where they're, like, in Tuma tubes doing, like, the fucking... What is it called? Like, the phalanx formation or whatever? With 4 shotguns. Like, nobody plays like that. You know what I mean? So, like, we could very well just turn this into MGO. Like, they want us to be all sneaky and stuff, but, like... I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to wait till tomorrow. And they better show it tomorrow. They better not hit us with the same trailer that they've hit us with 2 times now, just extended. Because that's what they did today. That's basically all they showed for Delta itself was maybe like a couple extra scenes and like Secret Theater. I mean, they showed Snake vs. Monkey and Bomberman, but in terms of like Delta gameplay,
is cool. I like that you've got to get the film canisters.
Yeah, that's really cool actually.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that actually is really cool. Like, I'm excited for Delta still. I hope chat and everybody else, like, it's not like I'm like, oh fuck Delta now and like Konami's ruined the game. Like, I'm still just as excited, if not more, after seeing Snake vs. Monkey. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to play Bomberman because I don't have an Xbox, but super excited, like Adam's saying about the Secret Theater. But
the other thing I'm factoring in with all of this as well is how much love and attention they gave to the Master Collection. I know it had its issues, like audio and all the rest of it, and bugs and stuff. But the love and attention they gave in that, they released all versions of MG1, including like the SNES. They re-released Snake's Revenge. They could have done the bare minimum, but they bundled a lot of cool stuff with it. Like the Masterworks books, like digital books with all the Easter eggs and all that cool stuff. They paid it a lot of attention and gave it a lot of TLC, I think. Yeah. And I feel like they're doing the same thing with Delta itself. They're paying attention. They're not just doing, minimum viable product. They're not just doing the bare minimum.
Right.
They're actually showing it some love. So that gives me some confidence for whatever this game mode ends up being. They're actually giving it some love and attention, and it's giving me a bit of confidence that they can pull off something good because of their track record with the Master Collection and what they're doing with Delta as a whole. So yeah,
we'll have to see, I guess. Hopefully
it's
tomorrow.
All doom and gloom,
Yeah, we'll have to see tomorrow. Like, hopefully they explain it. They don't just show footage, but they actually like explain it.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not gonna wake up early though and stream it.
Even a scripted play test,
Yeah.
Like with fake guys on comms, that cheesy thing that some game companies do.
Well, they did that for 3
right now. You know what I mean?
They did that with 3. Remember? They showed Snake on like the D-Walker and everything, and also that at the end. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I still can't help but feel disappointed, but I mean, it just happened, so yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. But there's definitely potential for it to be something good. We just gotta wait and see, right?
Yeah, we'll have to see. We got Keo in chat now. What do you think, Keo? Keo saying maybe mod support.
I'm gonna dip there, dude. All right, man. It's good chatting.
No worries, dude.
We'll touch bases tomorrow after they definitely, fingers crossed, show us more of that.
Yeah, maybe we can get a MGO Friday in, and then we'll like also make it a discussion, an extended discussion on what they show. But, oh, your way? Okay.
But I'll be in the Discord. I'll type up my thoughts and stuff, so I'll catch you then.
All right, man. No worries. Take it easy.
Peace, dude.
Peace. We gotta be used to being disappointed by now. No, I mean, like I was saying, the mode looks cool if I didn't have this, what you're seeing on screen right now, as a reference point. Like here's a hypothetical. If I was a new player, if I just got into Metal Gear, let's say last year with the Master Collection or something, or this year, whatever, right? I just got into Metal Gear. And I've heard about Metal Gear Online in passing, but I never really played it. And I saw Fox Hunt, I would be fucking like, oh wow, they have a multiplayer component of Metal Gear, like that looks amazing. But the problem is I have this experience with MGO 1, 2, and to a lesser extent 3, right? So I know what it can be. I know what I like. And I know what a lot of the MGO community specifically, maybe not the MGS community, but the MGO community specifically, the hardcore players, what they were expecting, what they sort of wanted out of an online component, an online addition to Delta, if there was going to be one. And so that's why it's kind of hard to just objectively look at this. I'm trying, but I'm trying to not have as visceral of a knee-jerk reaction, but it's kind of hard because, again, I have the blueprint, the basis that is MGO2 specifically, right? And more so, you can expand that further by like thinking about like, well, they had also the blueprint of the original Metal Gear Online, and using that as a blueprint would also kind of work. Some of the maps are kind of trash in MGO1, I'm not gonna lie. There's that K mountaintop map that's just like the most unbalanced shit ever with all the trenches and all that. So MGO1 isn't perfect. They couldn't one-for-one remake MGO1, but my point is that they have MGO1 and MGO2 to work off of, and everything that MGO3 did wrong, right? And maybe they did go through all that feedback and look through all that and maybe saw what we liked about MGO2 and tried to incorporate this into that. But just the way that they chose to unveil this, the constant dragging of the and more, there's no reason why there needs to be and more unless they needed time to develop it and show it off. And this looks pretty far along. There's no reason why they couldn't have shown this a while back. I don't like the way that they're unveiling this. The and more, the and more, the and more, the teasing of the multiplayer. The multiplayer is finally revealed, and it's like, oh, we knew that you guys wanted this. We know what sounds off in your head as soon as we mention a multiplayer mode, but we're not going to give you that exactly. That's what kind of annoys me. They could have just said, MGO, we're working on an MGO. It's not exactly MGO, but it's a multiplayer add-on to Delta. It's kind of a twist on a multiplayer experience. I don't get what they're doing with all this like drumming up of like the and more and teasing it. Like there's no point in doing that. There's no point in they're teasing MGO as if it were Call of Duty. Do you know what I'm saying? Like MGO has a tiny player base. You want to get it out there that people are getting more bang for their buck by buying Delta. It isn't just a single player and Snake versus Monkey or Bomberman. You're also getting a game mode, an online competitive game mode that you can play for hundreds of hours with their friends. Why would you hide that? Why would you hide something that potentially could show people, hey, you're getting more money, you're getting more for your money? It isn't just a single player. It isn't just Secret Theater. It isn't just like, yeah, we have all those things, and this is bar none the most complete version of MGS3 since Subsistence, but you're also getting MGO, which you really wanted. It's just a different version of it. And here it is. There's all this like secrecy and like half-ass, like, you know, oh, and more, guys, and more. We're gonna let you guys get excited that MGO is coming, and then when we actually unveil it, it's not actually MGO. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's the edging. It's so annoying. Yeah, it's Yuji Korakado. They showed him in the video. They can make this so fire. I hope they don't waste it. Yeah, well, they got one shot because people are not happy after MGO3. That's the problem, is like, if MGO3 was fire and they're coming off of a win, that'd be a different story, right? But they're not coming off of a win. Fox Hunt could turn him to MGO. I mean, yeah, so then just keep it under wraps and then just unveil it when it has more modes, you know, or say that this is going to be a platform. We plan to add more. They didn't say that. They said this is going to be its own thing, a unique mode. You know? And like, why would they then update it? Why would they update it after the initial like peak point of Delta releasing? That makes no sense to me. Why would they put the game out, wait for our feedback, and then update it more? Like, just make MGO at that point with like a full-fledged MGO and put it out, even if it takes a little more. It's nonsensical to think that they would update it after people have already fallen off of Delta. Like, it's not like this mode is going to be the next like Warzone or Fortnite. Metal Gear doesn't have that much pulling power. You can't be like, oh yeah, 6 months down the road, if you guys are still playing, yeah, we'll update it. That's what they did with MGO3 with shitty Coral Complex and shitty the other stupid fucking map. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. If this was like Fortnite, sure, yeah, they'll update it later because there's still billions of people playing. But with Metal Gear, we don't have later. There is no later. They don't have that luxury. You know what I mean? There is no like, oh, we'll take care of it later when we still have, you know, all of our player base. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. Hopefully they shut me up tomorrow. I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping to eat my words. Seriously, I'll be the first one to eat them. They come out with a banger tomorrow and they're like, ease all my worries. They're not going to ease all my worries, but if they come out tomorrow and they at least show off something that like seems like it'd be, you know, something I could play and for a while and get sucked into and play with you guys and play with friends and, you know. Yeah, exactly. Being obscured doesn't give anybody confidence. It doesn't. It's the same fatal flaw that they have with MGO or any online component of any Metal Gear game ever, is that they do this silly little game of like putting it off until the very last moment. Do you guys realize that we're 2 months from release, right? You guys realize that we're 2 months from release. This isn't 6 months, like 6 months away. This isn't like, you know, we're literally 2 months from release and they chose just now to semi show the game off. It's the same fatal flaw they always have with these online Metal Gear modes, is they wait till the very last minute to even announce it, and then they wait even longer to show it off. Metal Gear Online 3 was shown off, I think, November of 2014, and they didn't show actual gameplay till March of 2015, same year that TPP launched. And even that was a bit further removed than this. Well, it's the same problem. MGO3 was a disappointment because, well, a ton of reasons, but I don't know. I still feel like some of these devs still think like they know better than what, like they know better. They think they know better of what we want than we know. I don't know if that makes any sense, but they have it in their heads that they have a better understanding of what the players want than the players do. And it's just like, no, you don't. There's literally private servers to play MGO2 because people are so passionate about that version of the game, about that sort of like gameplay loop that game offers. You know what I mean? People had to reverse engineer your game and put it back online because we liked it so much. And they're over here thinking that they know more than we know about gaming conventions and what Metal Gear fans want out of a multiplayer mode. Like, this rebranding was nonsense. Like, even just a rebranding to Fox Hunt. Like, why? Call it MGO. Even if it's not a full-fledged MGO, call it MGO. Like, it's sort of disrespectful to call it something else, you know? And then if they did call it MGO, then yeah, maybe they'd update it later on, you know? I really don't think it's like that absurd that I'm complaining about this though, Cap. Like, it's not hard when you have 3 different iterations of what players want, and they've said as much that we know what you think of when you think of Metal Gear Online. It's like, it's kind of mind-blowing that anybody would think any other way. You know what I mean? Like, we want MGO. You know we want MGO. You've asked us about MGO. You've teased about MGO, but you don't give us MGO. How is that expecting too much? I don't understand. You know what we want. You've asked us if we want it. You've seen that we want it. You've asked for feedback on your surveys that we wanted it. You've mentioned it by name. You've made a mode that resembles it, but then you don't make the actual mode. That's not expecting too much. That's incompetency on the side of developers. That's tone deafness on the side of developers. And let's not forget, developers that have been tone deaf for a long time. Konami has not been knocking it out of the park for 30 years straight. I just don't. There's a disconnect between, like, how do players want too much when they've literally dangled, you guys want this, huh? MGO, it looks like MGO, huh? You guys want MGO, huh? We're gonna tease MGO, huh? Oh, it's not MGO. How is that then the player's fault? Make it make sense. Make it make sense, because it's not making sense to me. How that's expecting too much. It just doesn't make sense that we want too much, huh? How? We want the thing that's always been given to us. The fucking thing that started with this version of the game. Metal Gear Online started with Metal Gear Solid 3. How is it too much to expect Metal Gear Online? Like, like, what do you mean? I'm sorry. I'm Mr. Give Konami a chance, but not this time. Like, no, I'm not. It's totally not on the players for like wanting this or expecting this. It's totally not on us. Like, saying that is kind of like Stockholm syndrome with Konami. It really is. Like, players want too much. Okay, players want the thing that they've teased us with for years, that they've made for years, that started with this version of the game, but it's too much now. Okay, for sure. For sure. Yeah, exactly. People are still playing MGO2. Whatever. I gotta get off stream. I'm just gonna keep rallying myself up and rallying you guys up. They strap for cash. Servers are so cheap to maintain nowadays. That's not it. I mean, I'm still gonna play it. Like, all that, I mean, I'm definitely still gonna play it, so I can compare it to the other MGO, so I can compare it to an MGO experience, so I can compare it to even MGO3, which is the worst one out of the bunch. Shit, at this point you compare it to Versus Ops. Maybe Versus Ops is a better fucking experience than Fox Hunt, but I'm gonna play it. Like, it's not like I'm vetoing it or whatever. Like, I'm gonna play it. If it's fun and it keeps me interested, I'll keep playing it. If it's not, then you'll hear it from me first, because yeah. I just hope they know what they're doing. I really hope they know what they're doing. Everything else about Delta, no complaints. Fucking amazing that they're bringing back Secret Theater. Never expected that. Never expected Snake vs. Monkey. Never expected them to make a brand new, like, spin-off of Snake vs. Monkey and Snake vs. Bomberman, as you're seeing here. That's phenomenal. Again, Secret Theater coming back, having to get it by holding guards up or choking them out and taking it from them. Amazing idea. Kind of plays off of the Metal Gear Acid codes that you used to get back in the day when you used to hold guards up to redeem cards in that game. No complaints about Delta overall. I'm not even one of these sticklers about the animations looking janky. Looks phenomenal. Can't wait to play it. Have no complaints on that side of things. This Fox Hunt shit, we're gonna have to see. We'll see tomorrow, hopefully. We shall see. Yeah, and again, I'm not going to stream I'm not going to stream the hotline. It's at 4 o'clock in the morning for me, so they can fuck off with that shit. I'm not waking up early for that. So I guess I'll find out the news tomorrow with you guys. I think I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to do an update video on YouTube because they didn't really show too much. I mean, they showed off Secret Theater and then the two Snake vs. Monkey modes variants. And then the later half of the video was obviously Fox Hunt. So I might just make Fox Hunt versus MGO, like my thoughts video today. And then tomorrow, if there's more substantial updates on the Delta side of things, apart from just what we've just seen, then I'll probably do like a big update video, because it just doesn't really make sense to make it just for like Secret Theater's coming back, Snake vs. Bomberman, and then the same trailer that we've seen already. You know what I mean? Like, literally, this is like the new info. It's like these 30 seconds here is like the new info. So it's like not really. This is the one of the director of MGO, by the way, MGO2, right here. So yeah, expect that MGO video. I mean, it's, you guys are here with me for most of it, so it's going to be more of the same. I'll throw some MGO2 footage up there and then talk about my initial reaction. But again, I'm crossing my fingers that tomorrow they make me eat my words. I really hope so. And hopefully we have fun. But everything else they showed, awesome. Silent Hill 1 remake. Silent Hill F looks fun. Kind of tuned out after that with like the Grady-ish shit and all this other stuff. So overall, I mean, not a horrible showcase, just not really what I was expecting. So I guess that's on me. Oh, man. How much long until tomorrow? It's at 4 a.m. my time, 4 a.m. Pacific. I'll try to look for it Or actually, it's not up right now. It's not up right now. They don't have like a countdown like they did for this. I am like terrified to go on Twitter, by the way. I'm like shaking. I don't even want to open my Twitter. It was just going off constantly. I had to mute my phone. All right, you guys, that's gonna be it from me. Or else I'm just gonna keep ranting about the same stuff. I'll link back up with you guys. Maybe tomorrow we'll have a stream, but if not, I'll have those videos up for you guys soon. Either way, thank you guys for the for spending time with me first and foremost. Appreciate all the new follows. Appreciate the raid, Adam, if you're still here. Appreciate you guys letting me rant for 2 hours now. Like I said, knee-jerk reaction, kind of disappointed, kind of aggravated, but I'm remaining open to change. So we'll see tomorrow. All right, you guys, take it easy, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.